We go. Yep. So it's where we at, man. Yep.
69 in a row.
Next week makes 70.
70.
That's
Yo, true as ever. So I was supposed to present at Northeastern today.
when for what? Oh, they having the big
They haven't
youth thing
driven
today.
up there. And then when I got the invitation and I looked at the schedule, just how things has changed. It's just like um it's like, oh snap.
Hmm.
Because today I do all my transit people in the morning. And
Right.
after I do the transit people, he said that they come up there at 4 to 5. I was like, dog, that's snack time. We do our stuff live.
Right.
Because I was thinking of going up there and doing snacks from up there. So it's not happening. Hey Shay, hey Carolyn, Owen,
Yo,
what's up?
have you been watching Shay stuff on her Facebook? Make sure you're
No.
friends with her on Facebook.
No,
Her
I am.
Her joints is wilding. You got to check her stuff out.
Isn't she Mount of Olives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's Mount of Olives, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Jason Todd, I from the crib.
Wait, just pause. Jason.
That's our boy Jace, right? Big J?
Yes.
Omega J.
Listen,
J.
man.
Yeah.
That's my dude right there. Okay, I'm gonna say it out loud. That's one of the first times that I've ever shot a gun was with him.
Yeah. No, I remember Jay taking two girls to the prom.
Yeah, to the
I'm not gonna say the name, but
I got one better for y'all. I remember that he was like, "Yo, if you're really gonna stand out at not the prom, but the banquet. Remember the banquet?
It was the banquet.
My man
had you wear the shorts.
He had me wear shorts
and the bow tie.
And the bow tie and the cummerbund that all matched together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But only people like Jason could do that kind of stuff, man. And
Jason's still doing it.
Jason and Bermudians could do that stuff.
Well, the one thing that I appreciate about him, he always was a connoisseur of cigars.
Yeah, well,
Jay before his time. Everything that everybody's doing now, Jay has been doing from the 90s.
Long time.
It's true.
Somebody said, Reverend Quine said, Paul got headphones now.
Patrick knew that I had these headphones for like 2 years. Pat was like, yo, put it on, dummy. Put it on so you can hear. So, it's amazing. I'm hearing you. It's amazing.
Well, the great thing is that now everybody don't have to hear you eat. That's the thing, because you can hear yourself.
Pat.
T said, seriously, cigars? Yeah.
Big shout out to Samuel Moses. Hey, everybody. Paul usually says this. Comment. We had a big week last week.
Yeah, nice week.
We had to comment and share. And then, I'm just going to say it. On your downtime, just run the show. More than 3 minutes.
Yeah, share it.
Just share it.
You see, Jace was like, yo, stop that past it. Was that for the gun or was that for the cigars, Paul? Which one was it?
I think it's for the gun.
All of the above.
Because he's not giving up his cigars. He's not giving up his cigars. I don't see him giving up his cigars, man. Yo, so in light of cigars, so a church member went away. This was when I was still at pastoring. And he came back with Cuban cigars for me.
Yeah.
Do you accept?
Well, here's the thing. And to be honest with you, my best friend is a cigar smoker out in Florida, and I was hanging around him while he was smoking cigars. I did not know that cigars is not something that you inhale, you taste it. Now, I'm just one of my friends to know I don't smoke cigars, but I did not know that. So I'm sitting with them and I'm inhaling that thing's making me sick. You're not supposed to to smoke inhale that cigar. You taste it and push it back out. You don't inhale it. That's my understanding of it. Yeah, I just want y'all to see. Jason said the gun. Stop talking the gun business.
Gunplay.
Gunplay.
So let me ask. I know I asked some of these questions, a little carryover from last week. Do any of you own firearms? You wanna?
Not me. I know that Patrick lives 2 miles from me, and I know that 2 miles from me, someone has a firearm.
How's that going to help you?
Paul, it looks like you out of Rikers quarantine. I just want to let you know Dorian said that. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, Gary, I own a firearm, and I'm planning on getting 2 more. On a firearm. Right. My firearms is to protect the house right now. I am looking to get a permit which I can carry, but I don't have the opportunity of carrying. I just keep it in the house. The family knows how to use it. I don't have any kids living here, but I still have it. Everybody knows when I move it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't keep it in one place.
You know, I plan to get a firearm, but I can't even put my papers together. So I mean, somebody comes in the house, I'm like, Nilsa, where is the firearm? Because I'm about to shoot this person right here. So
well, here's the bad thing about firearms. You ready for the bad part of it? The bad side of it is that you have it for a purpose.
To kill.
And you don't have it to maim.
Why couldn't it be to maim?
No, you can't maim.
I'm asking you a question. Why couldn't it be to maim? Because you see, that's the problem that I have with police. Police should be carrying that to protect, right? But does it always have to be protect to kill?
Yes, it is not there to maim, or it's there to.
Then them jokers don't need to be carrying it then.
No, they do. They just need to be responsible.
As long as they don't put any bullets in me, man. That's
what I'm saying.
That's the bottom line.
Yo, you know what? The problem that I have, guys, is that guns on the property of someone, on the person of someone, gives them this level of control, even if they are not authority.
It doesn't, P. You got to own one.
Why do people act the way they act, Pat? People act the way they act because they got a gun on them.
You know about the majority of the people carry around firearms. The majority of the people that carry around firearms are responsible people, or else everybody. This would be the Wild Wild West.
Well, it is actually the Wild Wild West, P.
What you said, G-Man?
It is actually the Wild Wild West.
Okay, well,
I mean, like for instance, right? You grew up here. You'd be surprised the amount of people that carry firearms in the subway.
But Gary, that's the point I'm trying to make. But everybody don't brand the shit, and everybody in every argument don't pull it.
Or
that's the point I made. That's why I said true. That's why I said it's the Wild Wild West. It would be the Wild Wild West, as everybody was walking around, and anytime you bother somebody, you can get to shoot them. I can guarantee you this, Pizzo. If you own a firearm, you're gonna recognize that that your responsibility level is actually higher than it would be.
I say it should be higher, and I get it. All right. I mean,
all right, let's do this. Let's go to the gun range and tape it and put it on the show.
I don't mind doing that.
The reason why I don't want to go to the gun range, Gary, I'm going to tell you honestly,
because you're afraid to shoot it and you fall back and people laugh at you.
No. I'm afraid to get that stuff in my eyes. Am I right, Pat?
That's why you got the goggles.
You're gonna wear goggles. You're gonna wear goggles. You're gonna have goggles on. And when we were shooting back then, when we got it in our eyes, we were doing it TV style. You don't shoot like that. You shoot like this, and with your arms straight out. You see what I'm saying? There's a class that teach you how to actually shoot. So all that stuff you ever okay, go on now and see people shooting in the hood. They all shooting like this. They never hit their target. Do you notice that? Come on.
Look,
I hear you, Pat. I hear you. You know what? I don't like I think the biggest issue for me is I don't know people who are responsible. And I think that unlike you, Pat, all right, you are my brother. We talk about it before. You've had this thing a long time before it became a fad with people. I'm not trying to be funny. You've had this thing a long time ago. My thing is that I just feel like the mentality of people that have guns, they talk about it as if it's a toy. They talk about it as if it's a sport. No. Not a sport, because that's fine. I think that's okay.
Yeah, a lot of people have it for sport.
I think that's fine. But I'm talking about because you have it. I've never heard you say, Pat, I'm just waiting for somebody to come in my house, man. Let them come in my house. I don't think you ever want to use it.
Nah, let me explain something to you, Pizzo. The firearm is in one place, and my clips and bullets are in another place. So if I die based on somebody coming in, it's because I'm taking precaution that I need to think first. But if it's loaded and it's sitting somewhere, I'm going to end up pulling it, and I could shoot my son. I could shoot somebody who, you know, how many of my kids, you know, how many of my son's friends have the codes to my house? You understand what I'm saying? And some of them just come to the house 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, because they need to lay down somewhere. So I don't pull my gun for every matter of fact, there's not one time yet that I've ever pulled my firearm. Never pulled it yet. And that's why you have to be careful of it. But let me just say this. It sounds bad. You can get a carry if you're a pastor in Maryland, easy, because they believe you carry funds from one place to the other. You can get it. You can do that. But
at some point, at some point, and at some point, yeah, I got it.
It's not bad. It's really not as bad as.
I'm just scared, bro, and I have no problem saying that I'm just scared. Okay, I have no problem saying that I'm just scared. That's just me.
I got you. But I'm gonna tell you another thing. The day you shoot one, it's gonna give you
Okay, hold on, Pat. Can you hear this? Can you hear it? Tony, say hi.
Hello.
Can you hear her, Pat?
Yeah, I can hear her.
Okay, hold on a second. All right. So speaking of birthdays, because she can't show her face, I tried to get her to come on. This is Tony Samuel, everyone. Tony Samuel. Tony, today is your birthday, January 14th. It is such a great day for you. And so we got you on live with everyone, and we just wanted to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Hello.
Happy birthday, Tony.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
They're saying happy birthday, but it's in my ear. I just wanted you to know that we're so glad that it's your birthday. We want to have you on live, but I know your hair is messed up and the whole nine. But
that's when you're supposed to get on.
Patrick said that's when you're supposed to. Gary and Pat said that's when you're supposed to get on.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, tell them put their wives online when their hair's messed up and see how that goes.
Oh, Pat, I'm sorry, Tony. Everyone can hear you. Pat.
Yeah.
Hey, girl. Again, you can't hear them, but they're saying happy birthday to you, and just enjoy the rest of your day. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you. Appreciate you greatly. Love you, Grams.
All right, later now.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Pat, I sent you some pictures.
You sent me one just now?
A couple of pictures. Says something that we talked about.
Sorry, guys. One more, guys. Sorry, one more.
Harry, you sent me wrong picture. This is pornography you just sent me. Send me the other.
You're trying to embarrass me, but I'm not 14.
Really quickly, we can't keep her on long. Leah, can you hear us?
What's good, G to the third power?
Wow, that's a
yo. I want to tell you this, B. I got that tag today on that fentanyl joint,
Bruh, we got to do something about that.
Yep.
Let's talk offline because real talk.
Talk about it.
Honestly, I didn't know it was a thing until you posted about it, and then that's where we moved from, Hartford. 3 kids in the 7th grade, but I don't know if it's one of them that took it, and then the other 2 were exposed. Is that deep? Like fentanyl, like you could?
Yeah, man.
Like
yeah.
Fentanyl,
and the problem is, B. Go ahead, Gary. Go ahead, G.
Fentanyl. If you open it, you can die from it or pass out right then and there. It's that potent.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact about it is that the drug dealers don't know it. Yeah.
No, the drug dealers know it. They just portion it out to get the potency in it.
What I'm saying is that, Gary, when they bathe it in or when they put it on it, some of them don't know the amount.
It's again on there. And Pat, again, when we talk to our daughter, right? When you're eating what is it, brownies that's laced, what we have said to her, and I love what your statement was, Pat, when you said that. Know where you're getting your joint from.
And
know your weed man.
Know your weed man. Or your weed girl. Because even if you're sitting there even if you're sitting there, Leah, and you eating a brownie, you don't know how much stuff they put in that joint for you.
Somebody. Hello.
You know,
You hear that?
No, but
real talk, yo. If I ever start smoking weed again,
yes, sir.
Or drinking it or eating, if I ever start, it's gonna be because I grew my own. Let's go there.
Or
I grew it in my backyard.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you this, and I know people don't want to hear this. You notice I didn't say on there oh, don't do this, that, and the other. We, dispensary. I'm not telling anybody. Listen, I'm in youth ministries. It's difficult for me to tell my young people not to smoke weed when their parents are smoking. You dig it? That's the age group right now, right? So what I got to tell them now is to be careful, because you may have somebody who's growing it or coming from a dispensary, while the next person on the other side is saying, yo, I got to put this on the corner and I got to make sure that I get this whole 8-ball gone by the weekend.
That's right. That's right. That's
you
right.
Know what's crazy though? That's not crazy, but what's wild. So I think I smoked my first joint in 95, right? And I remember being so scared. Like I'm not talking about being para. I'm talking about like I was so scared to actually smoke it, because I was scared I was gonna die. Like something might be in it. Like, yo, the dude might have laced it with some angel dust or some craziness. And then I'm gonna be out here strung out somewhere. I was so scared. Like that was 95.
Right.
I was like, I'm not playing with this stuff.
But let me get you on something real quick. Gary know this because my brother was mad at me at this time. Me and this dude, I can't say his name because we all know him. I'm driving a Sparkman. Sparkman. He'll know me by this. We were driving in his CRX, gray CRX. We driving a Sparkman. While we driving, we smoking this joint, right? I mean, man, this dude, we stopped at a light. He was like, I'm on fire. So I'm like, yo, what's wrong? He jumps out the ride on Sparkman, and he starts running up Sparkman towards. So I get out the car, leave 2 car doors open. I run up to him to try to get him. I grabbed him. I was like, yo, we got to get back in the car. He was like, I see Jesus. I see Jesus.
He had more than weed.
I said, listen, man.
He had some dust up in there, bro.
Yo, Leah, that's when you
they used to lace it with formaldehyde.
Angel dust and formaldehyde. This is when that's when you start getting referred to Gary after now. Now you got to refer them to Gary.
No, the coroner.
He said the coroner.
Yo, look. Kelly said, preach, almost lost my brother 2 years ago from bad drugs.
Yo, come on. It's true. Don't let anybody fool. And here's the thing, Paul, what I wanted to share with everyone, that what he was smoking, I was smoking. You see how God is good?
Yes.
The only thing I could think of back then is that I used to fake it. I never used to inhale so that people, so people would know. You know what I mean? I started inhaling a little bit later than that.
You do that with fentanyl now, they'll just seize you up.
Yeah, Gary, this is what they said. They said the dude's heart didn't even slow down. Boom.
Yeah, well, that's what you call cardiac arrest. It just
stopped. Just ceased.
That's what vaping and everything like that. So
I'm saying you just
before the pandemic came, I was talking about vaping. So and that stuff is laced with a lot of things. So
now, Leah, you are, I don't know, I should have asked Paul this first. You're pastoring or your chaplaincy, right? Right.
Leah pastors 200 and something children every day.
Yeah, that's ministry. That's real ministry right there.
I said every day, and she's and she's responsible for the spiritual mindset of a certain amount of teachers.
Why does it sound like a job description?
Dig it, man.
Because
I thought it was just me.
Well, listen. Well, first of all, it's almost 3:30. We brought Leah on to simply say happy birthday to you, Leah.
Happy birthday, Leah. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And do me a favor, just because it's your birthday, no weed smoking. Don't go back there. Don't do all of that. You can have a drink of Adventist juice, Martinelli's, or whatever the case is. But that's the worst.
That's the worst.
Yo, G, I don't even ask her what she does on her birthday anymore, because you know during Mardi Gras, while the priests and the nuns are out there naked and carrying on, acting up, because they believe that right before Lent they're covered. So they could do whatever they want, and then after that, after the 40 days that they're covered. So I just want you to know that our girl Leah is covered.
Hey, love you, girl. We have not talked yet. I know you and Paul are tight like fish together.
Fish fry,
yeah. But we got to talk, cause we got a lot to. You got my Allegheny East people over your spot too. You know what I mean?
Mm.
She's on mute.
I think she's on mute.
Okay, no, because I'm gonna go out and come back in. Something's wrong with my sound.
No, don't come back.
No, don't come back.
Don't come back.
Don't come back.
Don't come back. Have a good
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Awesome. There she go. Awesome. Yeah, man. Paul, good.
But Pat, it is so serious though. What you posted the other day, and let me tell you what I love about what you posted the other day. You did not give permission to or not to. You understand where I'm coming from? But what you did was lay it out to say, yo, let me tell you something. You better recognize that this thing could kill you. One of the things
you better believe it.
I know Zenobia is on right now because she usually is on. One of the things we told her, we can't tell her not to drink. We can't tell her not to smoke. We can't tell her so whatever. What we can tell her is you put your drink down and you leave it. You're not drinking from that again. You understand where I'm coming from? You a weed smoker, you got to know where this stuff is coming from. So again, as Leanne says, Patrick, thank you for the reality. It's reality, right?
But it's straight up true. I was heartbroken when I was at that funeral. I was heartbroken. I mean, this kid, man, he smoked that joint and just gone like that. These people don't care anymore. Oh, but you know something, guys? We didn't even do this thing. My bad. We didn't even start this thing up right. This is terrible, man. My bad. So let's go. Welcome, everybody, to Cram Snacks. We just went right into talking. Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
You know, that's right.
Welcome. I was just thinking, Pat. It was Owen Brissett and myself that when that situation happened, me and him drove down to Huntsville right after that. Me and Owen drove down.
Oh, came down to
finished. I just finished preaching. He just finished playing. We jumped in a van and we drove straight down there. When I reached halfway, I said, "Owen, you ready to drive?" Owen was like, "I don't have my license." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I like this. Erica said this new stuff ain't the stuff Bob Marley was talking about.
Nah.
She right about that. Come on, let's go back up real quick. Let's go back up real quick. Carolyn, thanks for hanging out with us. Shay, how you doing? I know you all good.
Yeah.
Jason, call them out.
Erica,
Yo,
Don.
Pat. Gary, who's this? Who's Childlet Pierre?
Childlet Pierre. I'm not sure, but welcome to the gang anyway. Welcome to the gang. It's the Friday gang at 3:00. Dorian, we see Dorian up there.
So, Gary, you know that Dorian's moving, right?
To where?
Huntsville.
Oh. Okay.
It's my man just on. We always see my man Mike Dortch. Hey, I thought somebody said it wasn't Reggie's birthday this week.
It is Reggie's birthday that just passed. Big shout out to my girl Andrea Grant.
Reggie, happy birthday, Reg. This is from your orange and red dude over here.
Yo, I enjoy looking at Erica Herndon's stuff online.
I follow her, so anytime she puts something up, it alerts me that she put something up.
She should have her own show.
Yeah.
She needs to come on once a month with us.
Hey, it'll be a mess. Erica, what's up? She's been quiet. Erica, you've been quiet. What's going on? How you doing?
Erica's on, but she's quiet. We want to thank God. We want to thank God for Erica's mom coming out of the hospital.
Ah, that's right.
Her mom's coming out of the hospital, and so God has answered a lot of her prayers. So we're grateful for that.
Sharice, my girl,
happy MLK weekend.
Pat, you were saying something.
No, I was going back to my girl that says death when we were talking about fentanyl.
So Reggie, I don't think Reggie's 50 yet.
He is.
Reggie's 50?
You just said it.
He's 50. You gotta follow that dude. Follow him. No. Right here, Wednesday, 50.
Wow.
50.
That's a good-looking brother right there.
Oh, this person obviously knows us. Thanks for having me. I remember Pastor Paul preaching at AY. Enjoyed the service. I don't know if that.
Hey, Pat and Paul, we need to make a video and put it on next week for TikTok for our people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have somebody tape it. I'm gonna send it in to you so we can put it up next week. You know how we should have, hey, it's Friday or whatever. Make the TikTok. I'll have somebody video my niece and nephew doing my thing, and you cut it up. In fact, we should have people send their stuff in.
Yeah, that's what we should do. That's what we should do. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that's part of my wake up. I just have that thing running sometimes, just running. You ever listen to it?
That song, and the other song says, "You want to run with the big boys."
This is it right here. But you know it from here. This is where you know it from. Listen,
is that the New York City so Patrick?
Nah, this is the one when cats be like, you're gonna hear it. It's coming right now. It's right after this break. It's long. It's like a 10-minute song.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a 10-minute song. You hear it. Wait.
Take this part out.
So what we do, we're gonna take this part out, and everybody gotta send it.
That's not it. That's not exactly.
It's not it. It's not exactly.
That's not it. That's not it.
Not exactly it. That's not exactly it.
I'm trying to tell you, this is it right here.
No, it's not.
With the whistle.
That's not it.
Okay. All right.
I'll send it to you. It sounds like that, but it's not like that. It's not like that.
What is it then?
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
It's not that part, Gary. You got to go. Yes, Gary.
That's it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
When you go to TikTok, you can use the same portion of the song and slap it on it. That's not it.
All right, I'll find it. And
the other African song,
the big boy.
Yeah, and that's the only thing he says in English.
Nah, he's like run with the big. He's like run with the big.
You want to run with the big boys, and that's it.
Yes, that's the one where the girls get together and shake their butts in a circle. But everybody does. Not only do they do that, but everybody would they just do a regular stance. And I was trying to do it with the master.
They have it one with the kids.
Yo,
really?
They have the kids. Little kids is like it's great, man.
It's start church. So remember the old days when you start church service and all the elders come up and go to the platform. That you need to find a church service, kill the sound, and put that song on.
It's true.
Oh, no. Y'all gonna get kicked out for that.
Patrick, you getting it, Pat? You getting it, Pat?
Closer. It's getting close to where it is. I'm telling you, this song is like 10 minutes long. I'm telling you,
all of them are like that.
Last week we had a wonderful time. Last week. I'm not trying to be funny. The best time that I had last week.
But it's because Gary, I know where you're going with this, Paul, because Gary said that he has a man crush on you.
Y'all admitted it too.
I don't have
a
man crush on him.
I don't have a man crush.
I got no problem. I love you, Brenna.
Okay, right. Time out. Hold up, Pat. Who do you have a man crush on?
My brother, I ain't got no man crush on nobody.
I got a man crush.
Who?
See, Obama is my man crush. That's my man crush, right?
Okay, I get that. Okay, I can but you can't lose with that.
Oh yeah, but hold on, Pat. Pat, look deep down inside. Pat, look deep down in your
inside.
Deep inside, Pat. Go deep.
It doesn't have to be Idris.
We'll give you a minute. We'll give you a minute.
Just think about it. Michael B. Jordan could be somebody.
Give us your man crush, not your wife's man crush. Your man.
Yours. All right, guys. Put your man crush.
I'll tell you who it is.
All right, come on.
If I have to give you one, I'll tell you who it is.
Thanks, Pat. It's okay, man. You don't have to tell anybody. It's okay, dog. It's okay.
It's the meth.
Meth. Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. Pat,
if it's gonna be somebody, it's gonna be meth.
Method Man. Method Man is.
Erica said, "Get in touch with your feelings, Pat."
I'm with it. If it's gonna be somebody, it's gonna be meth. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Right?
So Brenna's my dog. Brenna's my
Brenna is yours.
Right.
Obama is mine, and method is Patrick's. All right.
Definitely, I'll go with meth. I'll go with meth with that. There's. Oh, she said Patrick.
No. Your husband can't be your man crush.
She didn't say Patrick Stewart. She said Patrick Graham. I got it. We take it off.
Wendy went in. She's like Method Man, yes.
Yeah, man.
Method Man, he was always good looking, but now he's like, he's 50 now.
Is he 50?
Yes. Yo,
sure.
There's this show that comes on. You got to listen to it. Their podcast is great. I think it's Millions Worth of Gangsters or something like that.
Gary Chris of Method Man.
Yeah,
I know. For different reasons, though.
We know.
Okay, Pat, let's get some things. Let's get some pings going real quick before we bring on our guests.
No. We can do the pings after because what
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that, Pat. Real quickly, Gary and Pat. They know what our man crush is. I saw my wife on. I see my daughter on. I see Carla on. I see Krista on. I see Yvette on. Erica's on. Okay, Dorian 5. We want to hear from Dorian.
Nah, Kim Street is on. Kim Street is on there too.
Okay, so everyone,
all the ladies on there.
I didn't see Kim Street.
Kim is there. You know why? She mentioned my name. She said, "Good one, Pat."
Oh,
yeah, don't miss it.
I see.
Hold on. I hear her. HER. Go ahead, Kim. A little bit later.
Everyone, real quick, just for 2 minutes before, 1 to 2 minutes before we bring on our guests, very quickly, who's your man crush? Wendy Spence Graham, we want to see who your man crush is.
Wendy got Method Man over Idris?
No, Wendy's man crush is Payne.
Who?
Payne. Alan Payne?
Alan Payne, G Money.
That's her man crush right there.
Or her first man crush. Because that movie is old.
Hey, Chief. That's her man crush. That's what I know. All right.
Jason Momoa, who just broke up with Cosby Girl.
Oh,
Lisa Bonet, with Lisa Bonet.
The Titan guy, the Aquaman.
All
right. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Kim.
Come on, Pat. You hit it, Pat. You hit it.
Idris. Yeah, we know that. Idris is automatic. Carolyn Kennedy, see Beres Hammond. Wow, good one.
She didn't say Beres Hammond.
I'm looking at it right now.
All right. Natalie said Morris Chestnut and Method Man. Erica Clifton.
Natalia's into that threesome stuff. She got that.
Oh my. Good one, Gary. Good one. Okay. Did I tell you? Alan Payne.
And Dorian too with the threesome. Method Man and Idris.
Man,
just put it all in. Just put it all down there.
Y'all need Jesus before this.
Y'all need Jesus.
Yeah, before this.
Pamela is still. You listen. Pamela is on Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
she's down with Macbeth.
Denzel. Lydia said Denzel too.
Yeah, Denzel fine.
Hold on, Gary.
Yo. Okay.
You
need just kick him out the chat.
Just nobody said Devon Franklin.
So Patrick. So Gary, if Dorian is running with 2, what's up with Holly? Holly got Idris.
No, Holly needs an institution.
Kofi. Yeah, Holly got 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, Holly.
Yeah, your wife is throwing up names up there. Tay Diggs.
Yeah, you're supposed to throwing up names, Paul. Tay Diggs.
What's going on, son?
Yeah.
Paul, you need to take care of home, dog. You need to take care of home.
Krista too. Yeah. CJ has a problem too.
They calling out more than one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at Sharice. LL and Ice Cube.
Paul. Oh. They telling Justin. He said to Justin, your corner, sir.
Why is my daughter in?
Why is your daughter saying Shamar Moore?
Why is my daughter?
Shamar Moore is your.
Paul, your daughter
has daddy issues, Paul.
Gary Leanne said Drake with no shirt on.
Oh no. Kennedy's daughter, Brittany's daughter says Chris Evans.
Who's Chris Evans?
Who's that?
Who's Chris Evans?
Who's Chris? Uh-oh. Is Wendy still with this Ralph Angel?
Yo, Paul, block Wendy.
I got to block Wendy, y'all.
Yeah, block Wendy. This is getting out of hand. Karen said Amon Walker. Hold on, but she was clear to say before I met my husband.
Oh, what a!
I don't know. I see nobody see Michael B. Jordan. I don't see that.
Gary, you just jumped on Krista for having more than a couple of names. Look what she put. I don't have a problem.
Why?
I'm gonna make it a problem.
This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing, guys.
What's going on with your wife? She said Captain America.
Look at Camilla.
Camilla.
The timekeeper got somebody that she crushing on.
No, she didn't. She said
no. Don't agree with Wendy. Come on.
Come on. They say
wow. You see what Zenobia said?
What she said?
Michael B. Jordan is overrated.
Ooh.
She probably
hold on, Gary. Your HR person is on. Where's she been all this time?
Yeah, I've been in contact.
I got a question, Jamal Moore. Since you're in the green room, I know Dee Dee. You know your wife's crush. You know Dee Dee's crush. Come on, pop up, Jamal. Pop up. Let's bring him on real quick. Who is Dee Dee's crush?
First of all, I'm over here dying laughing at you cats, man. Oh my goodness. So there are a number of them. You know, some guys were on her list, but they fell off. So I'm gonna give you the ones that are on there now.
Well, okay, wait. Is she nearby?
No, I'm safe away from her. Okay.
Safe in his arm.
I'm safe in his arms. All right. So the first person is Jay Ellis. It's the cat from Insecure. You watch Insecure.
Hold on, stop there for a second. Should we be watching Insecure? Everybody's talking about Insecure. Is it all that?
It's okay.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. We'll talk about that after. Go ahead.
I won't hate on the show. It's funny. All right. Jay Ellis is one. Back in the day, her crush was Alan Payne too.
Okay.
He was Alan Payne. Now it is also Michael B. Jordan, of course. And who's the last one?
Well, Michael B. Jordan has my chest. He has my chest.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh.
He said we're gonna keep your esteem high today, Paul.
I just don't know why nobody's crushing on Tyler Perry. Because Tyler Perry got long money and nobody's crushing on Tyler Perry.
No, Gary, that's wrong. Pee Wee don't even have eyebrows and you saw it raised.
I'm gonna tell you my man crush. I got a man crush, man.
Go ahead.
So I like dark skin, right? I grew up around a lot of dark skinned people. I love dark skin. My grandfather's my first like role model, and he's a dark skinned man. My man crush is Wesley Snipes. I love
There
Wesley.
it is. Wow. There it is.
Love him, man.
Okay.
There it is.
Love him.
Okay. You know, Blade.
That's my man crush.
Blade was the first Marvel comic movie that saved everything. That's what jumped off everything.
He don't get no credit for that either.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
But you know that new movie that he came out with Kevin Hart. Called True Stories.
I haven't seen it yet.
Whatever.
I heard. Was it good?
Was it good? Yeah.
All right.
Seen it.
Yeah. But I thought I watched that because of Dee Dee. Didn't Dee Dee say to watch that?
No, I don't think so.
Who was it?
Listen, we just obeyed.
Good friends.
We just obeyed Dee Dee.
You know how we got to this man crush thing because Wu said this is getting uncomfortable.
Wait, okay. Then Pat, before we move on, ask Wu.
Yeah, Wu.
And then we'll move on.
Well, you got to be comfortable within your inner self, brother.
Hold on, talk to him.
Talk to him.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Tell him in therapist language, brother.
Counselor.
Tell him in therapist language, brother. Let him know.
Okay,
counselor.
It is safe for you to acknowledge that someone else is as attractive as you. It is not a negative thing against you as a man to acknowledge another man has
Patrick,
beauty.
You should have put his up by himself. You should have put it up by himself.
Let's get back.
So this all started with you and Brenner.
This all started with you, Brenner.
Right. Started with you, Brenner. Started with you, Brenner.
The man.
And so we know this because Paul was telling us this even back in the green room. It's like, because our family is big on 10 Commandments, Color Purple. So we're gonna start feeding the Color Purple in February. Little lines off the Color Purple.
Come on, man.
So Gary told us to set this up, and you're supposed to be able to walk us through this piece.
Okay, you're right.
So because we don't want to say nothing. Gary sent it to us and said, Pat, you got to walk through this piece with him, and he's going to be talking to you. Your mic is still going to be on.
Okay.
We're going to be talking to us.
Well, we're going to have to get our little things in. Pee Wee, you take the lead.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll be out. Go ahead. You three can take it.
You take the lead, and then
take the lead on something unknown. Let's do it.
Okay, let's throw it up. 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
You'll know it because I understand that you are a 10 Commandments fan.
Right.
So if you are a 10 Commandments fan, you'll be able to take the lead on this.
Right. I just want people in the chat.
You could get into it. So
10 Commandments. Right.
So hold on. So let me set it up for you. Really
set it up.
Let me set it up.
Pat, you got to remember this guy is a 10 Commandments connoisseur.
I got you. My girlfriend, the girl who watched me cut stone, has been taken away.
Right.
and is now in the house of a different man. Who is going to use her over and over and over again. A pretty little flower.
Her own free will?
He started already.
Of her own free will. Well, what ends up happening here is somebody has taken the life. And we need to find out who has taken the life. Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, my man.
Can we hear it?
Where was his body found? Buried in the sand, Royal.
Put us up, Pat.
This is Bacca's knife.
There was no wound on the body, baby.
No wound on the body. Powerful man.
Take strong hands to break him.
Strong hands to break him.
You're good.
Stonecutter.
Find me this Joshua.
Go find me this Joshua.
He's good. He's good, Gary.
Joshua's strength didn't kill the master builder.
Oh, now you want to talk?
Now speaks the rat that would be my ears. Too many ears tie a rat's tongue.
Oh, leave.
Uh-oh. Let's watch this look. Get out of here.
Go. Well,
who killed him?
I'm a poor man, generous one.
Very poor.
Ring is worth much. I have paid you much and you have brought nothing.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
World. True son of Pharaoh.
Oh.
You offer me the world when you cannot even bring me the deliverer.
Take this money, boy. Here.
Who killed Bacca?
The deliverer.
Would you play it with me?
So I'm going to cut your throat. Look at him.
And this murderer has now fled to some distant land.
No.
No, Lord Prince.
It's right here.
Name him.
Name him.
Who made himself a prince and judge over us.
Look at Pharaoh's face. He's like, I'm about to cut this dude.
While we're here, he would kill me as he killed me.
Look at this.
I will hang you myself.
If you tire me further.
You're good.
Rosa would pay much. What my eyes have seen. Do you haggle with me like a seller of melons in the
marketplace?
Yes.
No, I will not haggle.
Here's your money.
Here's your money. Keep your money, fool.
Keep your money. Take that.
For 10 talents of fine gold.
Look at it.
I'll give you the wealth.
This house of Bacca. This house of Bacca.
I'll give you the scepter.
For the girl, look at.
Give me the water
The girl, Lily.
The princess of
your heart desire.
Give me this
house.
house.
Of Bacca. And how much give me the world?
Give me all that
What did I ask? Or let me go, fool.
Or give me leave to go. I will give you more than
leave to go.
Watch him sit down. Watch him sit down.
Send you where you belong.
Yeah, see where you belong. I belong in your service, player.
Very well.
I will bargain with you.
We'll bargain with you.
What you say pleases me.
If what you say pleases me, I will give you your price.
But
yes.
If not, I will give you the point of this blade through your lying throat.
Agreed. Agreed.
Agreed. Said agreed.
Humble.
Deliverer is Moses.
Watch this. Don't you say nothing else but more.
Draw one more breath.
You tell me why Moses or any other Egyptian
would deliver the Hebrews.
Moses ain't Egyptian.
He is Hebrew.
Hebrew.
He African.
Slaves.
Look at this. Look at the face. Look
Yeah.
at his face.
I'm with you with this. Look at the face right there.
He's contemplating. He's like, ooh, I knew it. I knew it. He's like, I'm about to give you all the money you want, Dathan. Look.
I give you my price.
This incredible dental device is giving mine for just $100. Dentists are calling.
Yo, Pat.
I want y'all to notice something though. This is how good Yo Brenner was. Okay, Dathan is a slave. You notice he didn't touch him. He's too much of the man to even touch the slave. He got close to him, right? He didn't even touch him. He let the blade touch his neck. And there's another part where he lets Moses go, and the pole is on the ground, right?
Yes. Yes.
He's like, give me this binding pole. Like, dang, you can't even bend down to pick up the pole.
I never noticed that. I'm gonna check that out. I never noticed that.
I never noticed it.
Like, you got to pick up on those little things because he's royalty. So he won't bend down for you. He won't barely look at you. He barely looked at Dathan in that scene. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Because he was a slave.
Because he was a slave.
Oh
wow. Yeah. Wow. Yo, Edward G. Robinson, man.
You gotta look at them for who they are as a character. He is royalty. There's another part where he's riding his chariots through the slaves.
Yeah.
And it's like the slaves aren't even there. He's riding his horse. They're like,
if I run you over, I run you over,
so what?
Or how about this? Even when Moses didn't know his identity at the time, when he didn't know his identity, he had the same mindset when he said, who would care about one slave? So what? She's buried under a stone, you know, or what have you.
Right.
Good directing, man. Cecil D. Morel, was it guy? Cecil
D. DeMille
did well with that. He did well with Samson too, but we're just not into it.
You know? Ben-Hur. Did he do Ben-Hur too?
He did Ben-Hur also. He did Ben-Hur.
Yeah, but this was the best one, even though it's inaccurate.
Now, hold on a second. Let me add something, guys. This is true. Hold on. It's inaccurate for Bible. But if you read Josephus, Josephus is the one that the Jewish people actually follow within the first 5 books. It's the complete works of Josephus, and you're going to see some of it in there. In the book of Josephus, you remember when the lady comes up and the lady is like, he's not only so-and-so, but he's wise. You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll have him as a god.
Yeah. From the Ethiopians that come in and in the book of Josephus, he marries her. Moses had 2 wives, according to
2 wives.
Right. And the Bible would tell you it's also the Bible.
He has Zipporah and another one, He
has Zipporah and another wife. And the other wife is who Miriam was making fun of.
Who's mad at
leprosy. Right?
Because of her dark skin.
Because of her dark skin. That's right.
That's right. Wesley Snipes' skin.
Man, I'm telling you. I'll take Wesley's skin any day, man. Love it. I got my snack too.
Oh, you got a snack?
Hey. Well, listen.
Go ahead, Pete. Go ahead.
Well, listen, man. I got to tell you that just a couple of days ago was your birthday.
Yes.
And I just come off of quarantine, you know, and I knew it was your birthday for a specific reason why I knew. I told Wendy, you know, because I'm going to tell everyone now, whenever it's Dee Dee's birthday or whenever it's Pee Wee's birthday or something is happening in their lives, what me and Wendy, we do is that we FaceTime them late at night. We don't do it like in 7 or 9. No. We FaceTime them like what time? We just
like 11:30, 12.
Like, we'll FaceTime them.
Yeah.
So we may even have clothes on, right? Honestly, we may have clothes on, but we make sure that we have nothing here. This is what we do to them. We do it to them all the time. We have nothing here. We could have our clothes on, but we have nothing here, and we wrap up, and we hit them up. And once they see it's us, we're dying to know because Pat, they don't sleep.
Oh, they don't sleep.
They don't sleep.
All right. Here's the thing, man. Wait, Pee.
So we missed your birthday. So me and Woody missed your birthday. So we're like, okay, how do we make it up to him? Do we go to the museum this weekend? What do we do? You know, how do we? Look at
it. Man, you can make that up with dollars.
That's easy.
I just want to say happy birthday to you, man. You know.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It's never better than the day, but you know, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And we may have one more commentary coming. Maybe next week Friday. Because you're good. I didn't know you was that good.
Definitely legit.
Hey man, legit. I grew up not just watching this movie, I grew up believing this was what happened. Okay. It's like, man, Nefertiti was bad. How can Moses walk away from Nefertiti, man?
I'm sorry. And such a wonderful. And such a beautiful. What did she say again when the black girl came in?
Which part?
And she said, And Nefertiti looked at her and said, "And what a beautiful
enemy.
What a beautiful enemy."
Wow,
Yeah.
that's good.
Listen, one of my favorite part is when she lip locked Yul Brenner, and then turns around. She says to him, "You think that was a promise of what you will have? This is a kiss of something that you will never have." I was like, "Oh,
but his line after that was the coldest line.
Oh yeah,
in movie history.
Yeah, my dog.
Said, I could never love you. He said, "Does that matter?
Does matter?"
Lord have mercy.
We played that last
matter. You will come to me like you my dog.
Again, that's the royalty coming out. So I don't need your love. I'm king, girl.
Yo, listen. I'm gonna let y'all know something.
My children.
I'm gonna let y'all know something right now. There's a person watching right now. I cannot say her name because she'll be totally devastated. But last week when we talked about it, she calls me, and I'm going to tell Gary and Pat this because y'all would know who it is, right? When I say diversity and inclusion, you would know who it is, right? She says, when I look at the way that he talked to her, back then, it was so disrespectful to women. How could they, and I was listening to her, I was just like, yo, it's just a show. She was like, no, you don't speak to women like that, like my dog, like my chariot, like my soldier. I was like, oh my goodness.
Don't forget the Falcon.
My Falcon.
My Falcon.
She was offended. She was offended. I didn't even know what to say to her. I was like, well, I didn't make the movie. You know what I mean?
That's why they don't play the movie anymore.
That's how it was back then. That's how they talk to women.
Yeah.
Not only that, we couldn't say that now, but
now, come on, man.
Definitely not now. But Pharaoh was a pimp. You don't mess with him.
And remember, he was food for the gods.
And I will have all of you. And I'm going to have all of you.
All of you. You're food for the gods.
And that last part, he was like, he said, "You're going to come to me when I call.
That's
whether
right.
you enjoy it or not is your own affair."
That's your own affair. But I think you'd like that very much.
Yeah. But I think you will, and just walked out like he was.
And then
what it is, you're gonna marry somebody who don't
love you. Yeah,
that's nuts.
Yep.
That's nuts. But that's royalty right there. They don't care,
man.
Like the owners of the NFL.
T-Top, I was offended too. It is what it is.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know. She said she was offended too.
I was offended too. And ladies, this is just a movie. Let's move on with Graham Snacks so that we don't lose all of our.
Well, Patrick, you sent me. It was you or Gary that sent me something of the reverse of there was these two guys walking and these two girls pulled up in a car.
That's the new thing. That's the new thing now. They got this new thing now on TikTok where the girls are treating the guys the way guys treat the girls.
But we like it though.
Yeah.
well.
Oops. He's like, the guy said, "I got a girlfriend." To the girl, he said, "I got a girlfriend." He said, so why you walking?
or she said, "Why you have to talk to my friend like that?" She said, "I didn't say nothing to you, big head."
With your big forehead.
With your big forehead. I was talking to this one right here.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Is that Pastor? Is that Pastor Anselm? That's Pastor?
That's Pastor. So we got to behave until he comes off.
Yeah, it's true. We got to behave till he comes off.
Okay. Who's the next guest, man?
Nobody.
Actually, now that
you know what, I'm gonna tell you the guest that I would love to pop on right now is Erica. Erica Paris. I would love for her. She's funny, man. She probably didn't do it here. It's hard when you don't do your hair or put on a hat or something like that.
I ain't do my hair.
Yeah, true.
Me neither.
All right, so let's go. Okay, everybody, come on. We're making a quick switch here. MLK, what's going on this weekend? Come on,
Malik's weekend.
Malik weekend. What we doing? MLK weekend. Stay on. What we doing this weekend? All right, I'm gonna tell you.
No. Started with Pee Wee, so you can get out of here.
Okay. Go ahead, Pete.
Yeah.
For me, I am going over some people that we're looking to hire. So it's kind of a work weekend, and I'm gonna watch some football. I'm gonna do some stuff with my kids, do some stuff with my wife. Can't talk about that in detail, but
I hear you. It's hard to hire because you want to keep that money for yourself.
That's right. I couldn't bring my real snack down here. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what my plan is this weekend.
All right.
But listen, I appreciate you guys bringing me on. Thank you for showing me love. I'll come on the show anytime you ask. Just hit me up. Love what y'all doing.
Happy birthday, man. Spend your days well. And when I leave Amara Counseling, I'm coming over to you, the Pee Wee Services.
Don't put that out there. He gonna come after me for taking people.
I'm still working on my 3,000 hours. I'm working on my 3,000 hours.
Oh, let me tell you, I'm a supervisor, board state certified, so I can offer hours too if you need extra.
Yeah, I'll be taking my test real soon, my NCEs, and when I take my NCEs, then he's allowed me to go to other people to pick up more hours as I go.
Yeah, man. Yo, I had like 3 different supervisors because it's hard to get people, and you just stack them up, keep track of it.
Okay,
get them signed off, man.
Yeah, I got you.
Let me tell you this right now. I don't care what none of y'all say. After I finish these 2 more semesters, the only school I want to see is Sabbath school.
Amen. Amen.
Everybody's saying happy birthday to you, man.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Enjoy. Have a good one.
Famous, you get famous after coming on this show. So I'm looking for my payday now.
We're looking for our payday.
That's right. I was just about to tell you that. You more people might know you, but that didn't translate into no dollars. You know what I'm saying? But we'll work on it.
You haven't monetized yet.
God is good, man. I can't.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Good. I appreciate you guys, man. Love y'all.
Take it easy, man. Peace. Man, it's good seeing him on, man. It's a good seeing him.
Always good to see him.
I have new respect for him now. I didn't know he could take down the 10 Commandments like that.
10 Commandments certified.
Yeah.
Certified. You could throw anything at him. Anything. You could just say any word and he'll finish it, man.
I didn't know. I just didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, man. That's
it's Martin Luther King weekend, guys. What we doing? We going to Arizona? We going to New Hampshire? What we doing?
Nothing. I'm working.
I hear you. I think I'm
gonna see when you have your own business, and he kind of alluded to that extra day
is help.
Is actually catch up.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get paid. Your days come off. So Mondays that's supposed to come in on Monday or Tuesday is going to come in Wednesday or Thursday.
So you gotta get your days together. It's when you have your own business. There's really what you're saying is there's really no days off to it. That's what you're really saying.
Yeah, when you have your own business, your days off, you get to choose your days off, but you have to plan better.
Yeah.
So I give you a little insight. My biller is wants me to pay him the day after MLK Day.
Right.
Okay. So I called him, and this is how you do business. Like, look, you're not getting your money till Thursday.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because the money that usually comes in on Tuesday or Monday, you're not going to see it.
Right.
Because whatever's stuck in the mail or whatever is set up, scheduled electronically to come in that day is going to skip the holiday.
Gotcha.
And it comes an extra day later.
I got you. One of the things that I had visitors for like almost a whole month here, and I was
your house was full.
Yeah, it was full. It was full. It wasn't COVID friendly, but what is
COVID friendly? There ain't nothing COVID friendly.
Ain't nothing
when you watch, go ahead and watch the wild card games this weekend. Ain't nobody got their mask, their face covered.
You're right, and I have to tell you, I had a great time with them. We went to almost all the Smithsonians. And no matter how many times I've had the opportunity of going to the African American Museum, this one hurt me. This one stung really hard. And I'll tell you at which point we can move on from there. When you go all the way downstairs to the basement, they purposely want you to start there and work your way to the top because it dates you as you get to the top. While I was downstairs, I noticed a picture of handcuffs for babies.
Wow, Pat.
They had handcuffs for babies. And while we go through, I'll see if I can find that. I took a picture of it so that they'll cuff them like either by their pinkies or by their thumbs.
See, that's why police has no problem handcuffing our kids. in school.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
And the other thing that hurt me was that on the wall, the right side of the wall, you see names of ships that left from West Africa to go to South America, to go to the Netherlands, and go to different places. You will see how many they picked up and how many they dropped off.
And let me add, so what they picked up and what they dropped off was less.
I saw some that picked up 700 and dropped off 100 and something.
That means either they died or they got dropped off.
No, they died or killed themselves.
I'm not trying to one up you because you guys are definitely there, right?
No, go ahead.
So you have not gotten emotional.
Oh, I know, Gary.
Until you go to Africa.
I heard.
And go to the castle where our ancestors are. They have the port.
The actual port.
And they have you see it on TV, like they have this courtyard.
Yeah.
Where they beat the slaves, and after they beat the slaves, they go into this tunnel. And they call it like the place of no return.
No return.
And I swear, you never heard me say this term. I swear to God, you could smell our people.
Come on, Gary, stop.
Gary, let me tell you something. I think
Leah said it. Leah said it in the chat. Yeah, you could literally smell.
Okay, and here she says. This is what she says. Elmina, I think Elmina Castle or whatever. And let me share with you this, Gary. When it's called the point, Lynn said it's the point of no return. And let me share this with you. When I went to South Africa with Lulu and them, I'm talking about with Tacoma Academy. I preached that Sabbath. I preached for 2 Sabbaths. When I finished preaching that Sabbath, somebody just got up and said, "Yo, Gary, I cannot tell you." They sang a song, and the song that they were singing, Lulu taught it to them in that native tongue. When they began singing it, the whole church began singing it. The whole church started crying and pausing. When everything came to a close, someone shouted, "Welcome home, children." You hear me, Gary? And we all lost it. I'm talking about DT, what's her name's husband. We all were there. We just lost it because it was like, this is home. This continent is home.
Well, a lot of people want to go to Europe and Dubai, and my wish for every person. Thanks, Pat.
I'm sorry, real quick. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. No, I know what you're doing.
This is the handcuffs for the men. Paul, if you can make it big for me. This is the handcuffs for the men, and this is the handcuffs for the children. Paul, make it big for me there. Paul, make it big for me. Yeah,
I got it.
This is the handcuffs for the children, and this is the one on the top here for the babies. See it?
Wow.
Come on, Patrick, man.
That's the cuffs that they have for the babies. Go ahead. You can go ahead now. I just wanted to show you that.
Yeah, Pat. It's and to go to Ghana, I'm gonna say this, and I knew this, and you guys could vouch for me. When I came back from Ghana, all this stuff about this African music with Essence, and you want to go. Ghana has probably one of the greatest nightlifes in the world.
Right.
So I spent some time out there, and I was like, yo, they get down. This is 2008.
Yeah.
And
I remember when you came back. Right. I remember when you came back from there, and I even visited a Ghanaian church. Same type of thing.
Oh my gosh! I just got a text from someone. They said that the slaveholders who lost the cargo were reimbursed. I'm sorry. Wow.
What? Yeah, they were reimbursed.
Was reimbursed by the insurance companies, so it was profitable for them to die.
That's right. That's exactly
right. Really quick, let me pause, guys. Let me just get out of this. Let me pause real quick. Another birthday. We got another birthday this week. Hey, Rose, how are you? I'm sorry, Avia, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. See if you could turn your camera. See if you could turn your camera.
I saw what I wanted. I saw what I wanted. I saw what I wanted to see when you was in Jamaica. Happy birthday, girl. That's all I got to say.
I was feeling very blessed.
And you are?
And thought I should just share it with the world.
Right. Gary and Patrick, please behave yourself.
Hold up, Paul. You know the rule is if you put it on the internet, I mean, it's.
I understand, Gary.
I did. I put it on the interweb,
and I embraced it.
And worse for that, I don't care. I'll put my little secrets out there. Even when it's on the stories and it moves quick.
Yeah,
I screenshot it and put it in your favorite places.
Oh. You guys are crazy. Hi, Leah. Thank you. Happy birthday to you too, sweetie.
That joint be 24 hours. I'd be like, screenshot that joint. Hold on for a second. Let me just make sure that.
Thank you, honey.
These are my family. So whatever you was trying to achieve, trust me on this one. It was achieved.
Well, I think the caption, captured it, right? I felt like I was fearfully and wonderfully made.
Girls.
And here I am. I felt like God gave me a little bit more grace.
Sorry. Wait.
What we doing?
That's it, Pat.
That's right. Is there one? She's fearfully, wonderfully made. In God's image. 2022.
I know. Mama probably put me up on the wall. She praying. I'm a Gerzo got me on the wall.
Top right-hand corner, but like you said, you're fearfully and wonderfully made.
As long as it's the name and not the picture, we good.
Somebody said share the birthday picture.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't care.
Lord. Play it again, Pat.
What? I am old enough to own it. That's what I am.
I'm ashamed to say I really did miss it. So somebody send it to me real quick.
Lord, I don't want to get myself in trouble.
If I pick up my phone and send it, then they'll know that I'm taking a picture of my sister-in-law.
Right? Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah,
I don't have one.
Y'all not getting me in trouble. Y'all not let me go into my keepsake and pull out my stuff. No.
G, you got that $20 a year keep safe?
Yeah, let's move on, brother.
Yeah, I pretty much basically every year on my birthday I need to be on a beach. That's it. That's my decision now.
Terry Parks, Gary.
That's a good man there.
That's a good man right there. That's a good man. Terry, that's my sister-in-law. I'll give you the number. I have no problem saying I'm gonna send you the number right when we get off, bro. In fact,
hi Terry, how are you?
Oh, see there.
Okay, Graham.
Wait, hold on, Pat. Hold on, Pat. Hold on. Let me solo this. There we go.
I look crazy. What are you doing?
Listen, you know who you just sounded like?
Your wife.
She crazy.
No, it's not my wife.
The TikTok
Wendy
says
right. Like my wife. Beaches and bikinis is where it's at.
That's right, girl. Sister,
There we go. Hold on, Pat. I got you, Pat. There we go.
And that's it. We will not be on Hope Channel.
Yeah.
3ABN and Hope Channel. We're done.
You guys are crazy.
See, listen, it's like
I appreciate the birthday love.
And just let everybody know she's family, except for Terry Parks.
Okay. Somebody invited me to St. Thomas and St. John's. I've never been.
Oh, it's nice.
It's beautiful.
It's nice. Is it?
It's beautiful. Terry Parks said, Jesus.
Gary said I'm not going to share mine on Facebook. All right.
Well, you know what? It was liberating. I mean, what is it? I was on the beach.
Yeah.
What's Facebook? What else? It's Facebook.
Natalia, she says, Avia Spence Banks about to have a whole lot of dudes in the DM. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
I can't understand. Is it me?
Listen, let's
just say for the record, you're more than average and more than good looking. So let's throw that. Let's put that out there.
That is true. And
I can't hear.
That's
is it
fine.
Me?
No, it's fine. You don't have to hear.
You don't have to hear.
I didn't have to hear. Oh my goodness. Well, what were you guys talking about before?
Gary, well, no, Gary, say that again, Gary, because it is
I
true.
said, let's for the record, you're more than average.
Chelsea,
and you're more,
is it Chelsea or Carissa? I can't. Carissa. Yeah, it started on Instagram, but somehow it made its way to Facebook. Right. That's how the interwebs work.
Yeah, it goes both. It goes both. Yes,
you know she's an industry insider when she called it the interweb. So you know she's making money. Making money.
Listen, I have never known her for years. I've never known you to work. I know you do security or something. I never knew you to go into a building. I mean, you've always been home for all the
years.
She's been remote before everybody was remote.
I haven't had to go to an office that's my office for maybe 10 years.
She makes money, guys. Everyone, she makes money.
Terry, she makes her own money.
Okay. I think I need to. I think I need to go. I'm gonna go now.
But let me go back to liberating really quick.
This call is crazy.
Let me go back to liberating really quick. And all due respect, you weren't naked. Let me just put it that way. You weren't naked.
My sister-in-law don't get down like
I think one of the problems that we have is that we are. Let me tell you something. Nah, we make this another show.
Can I just say what those pictures meant to me?
Yeah.
That it was simply an expression of joy to be alive and to be in a beautiful place. I was on a beach. I hadn't been back to Jamaica on my birthday probably since I left in 1971. I mean, since I was little, I hadn't been there, and I was just feeling like just liberated, and I felt joyful, and the wind was blowing, and I took off that thing around my waist, and the wind started blowing it.
Stop right there. Stop now.
All right, thank you. Okay. Stop. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Just one question before you go.
Okay.
When are you going again?
As soon as possible.
Let me know.
I mean, if everybody wants to come,
listen, listen, I'm smart enough now to write this off as a business expense.
That's what's up.
Okay. I say no more.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I'm going to be. I would like to create travel experiences for people. So
I almost broke my neck. Yeah. Y'all almost listen. I'm sorry. Let me turn off the church music. Happy birthday! You got to go.
You got to go. Okay. You got to go.
Somebody said, "I affirm you, sis." I affirm you.
Listen.
Yes.
As the executive producer of this show, you must leave now. We love you. We appreciate you, but you got to go now.
Thank you. We love you.
I have never seen our numbers go past 100 like that.
It just jumped up.
Past 100
All right. No, I'm serious. I am about to, launch a business with, travel, and I'm going to use my project management skills to create experiences for people. So if you want to travel and experience the joy in new places and new experiences, hit me up.
Please let her go. Let her go.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you. Give her theme music, leave Impact. Give her some nice theme music.
Now that's Brooklyn. She's from Brooklyn, y'all. Even though she's from Jamaica, she's from Brooklyn. So that's her Brooklyn music going out. We love you, Avia. We call her Rose in the family. Please
appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Back to the green room and to your car. Please leave the show immediately.
Okay, I'm going.
Immediately.
I'm going.
Chief, I'm gonna have to change my shirt, man. It's getting hot in here.
Let me tell you something.
Look at the numbers.
Look at the numbers.
Look at the numbers. The numbers
no. But here's the thing about it, right?
101.
Not only her, right? CJ.
Yeah, CJ.
Yes.
Charito.
Yeah.
All these other women start affirming.
Leah, that's right.
Leah talk. But let me tell you what, guys. See, this is how men work, or whatever. When she said that she's going to have a project that she can go and write it off as a business expense, my single brothers right there, just know that was a nice way of saying, hit me up.
Gee, can I switch? Can I flip it on you a little bit?
I'm hot.
I know you're hot. Just sit down right here real quick.
Sister-in-law. I'm not supposed to look at that.
Wait,
Gary,
Wendy said, "Don't do my sister like that, yo. Wendy, your sister can handle her own."
Gary, just sit down just a little bit right here. Let me just explain. Let me explain
just a little bit, okay?
Just a little bit.
Don't show your chest hairs. What's that you
I
got
don't
on?
got no chest hair.
What's that you got? None of us got chest hair. We like daddy. What's that?
This is greater. This is greater.
Listen, let me tell you this. When you
Lord
reach a
have mercy.
certain
This is not
age,
good. This
when
is
you
not
reach a
good.
certain age, it's no longer scandalous.
When you see, you can say anything.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah. Now, if
whatever
you
you want to do.
Listen. When you reach a certain age, it's not scandalous anymore. What it becomes like old cheese and fine wine.
Fine wine. Yes, Patrick. Yes, Patrick. And let me share this with you. I'm not saying it because she's my sister-in-law, or because she's family.
Paul, you done enough today.
I'm gonna just be honest with you. If you want to have fun, if you're gonna date her, you have to have fun. She's just fun. That's it. If you're gonna be like whatever, and I think my sister-in-law should date around, right?
Paul.
But they can't handle her fun.
Paul, you need to stop. You need to stop. You're good. We're good.
Yeah, go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead. What are you saying, G?
My dude, man. Let me just
God like that, huh, G?
I'm saying.
God.
I'm saying. Now I can't. Oh, now I feel embarrassed because now next time I go to Paul's house and she there, how I'm gonna like interact with her.
I don't even go over there. Period. I don't even go over there.
Because hey, listen,
and I didn't see the pictures until today. I saw the first ones and all that. I didn't see those pictures until today. And I'm gonna tell you. Let me explain it again to you. I just think when you 18, 19 years old and you running up and down on the beach taking pictures, that's one thing. But one thing I loved about what she said is that when she took off, they wear this shawl thing or whatever that thing is called. I forgot what it's called. She felt liberating. And when you have that age, liberating, look good, just do it.
But remember now, Pat, she didn't take it off to feel liberated. She took it off because
Yeah. But let me hit you up with something real quick, guys, and I'm gonna give this. How do we call this again? A cheap. What do you call it when we endorse ourselves? What do you call it again?
A shameless plug.
Shameless plug. This is the reason why tomorrow at 12 o'clock I'm going to be speaking on the trauma that the Adventist Church have on us.
Speak on it, Pat.
Do you understand that, Gary?
I already started sharing it. Listen, and the reason why I'm sharing it with other people, Pat, because I know how you think. I know how Daddy taught us that. And I think me and you had
the thing is called cover up. The thing is called cover up.
Right.
You still downstairs?
Because Pat, we already had the discussion about this already. So I'm just saying the reason why I'm sharing it with so many people is because when you discuss it, you're not going to discuss it one-sided. We grew up strict, but for our father to come back and say to us, I would have done it differently, it helped. I felt it helped me through the trauma because Daddy was able to come back and say I would have done it differently. So I'm waiting to hear your spin, your thoughts, how you present it. Because
P, Gary, Paul, a lot of people, and Paul, I know you're a theologian on this piece of it. There are a lot of people that hate the church, that hate the church. They don't really hate the church. They hate the way we taught them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because as you get older, as you get to this place where you recognize that a lot of the teachings were not biblical, and a lot of the teachings were more about somebody else's opinion that was passed down. You understand what I'm saying? And I know that I use the word trauma, but that's exactly what it is. Can I just give you one example, and then we could kind of move from there and go, because I need to ask Gary some of these questions. One of the things that I recognize about trauma is this: altar calls are traumatic.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you're right.
Just hear me out. Right. I was great at altar calls because we made people feel like if they don't make this move today, they would be lost at the second minute.
You're right, Pat. Pat, and please let me cut you off and say this: that I've learned about 3 years ago. My own daughter said to me, "Dad, you have to find another way of calling people to Christ," because she's like, you say that, and they're just going to make that decision for right then and there. But so I said, well, then tell me, how do I make a call? Give them the opportunity to call you. Give them an opportunity to write something and give it to somebody at the door or something of that nature. But it is traumatic, Pat. It really is.
It is. Listen, church life is traumatic. If you look at some of our friends that's on Facebook right now, and I'm not gonna call them out, but you will know they have left the church. They talk evil about Adventism. They always cracking on Adventism. but they still keep all of their friends. Come on, I want you to think about that for a second, right? For me now, if I had a bad experience at Quiznos, okay? Mm-hmm. I don't tell everybody not to go to Quiznos. I just won't go. Are you understanding where I'm going with that? So when I hear people say, "Oh, Adventist is this, Adventist is that, Adventist is the other, Adventist is this, that, and the other," they're right. But notice they're not pulling far away from it because they're still keeping the people as friends in it. So what's really the problem? The problem is that they have been traumatized by the way we keep the Sabbath. Let me tell you what a Jewish person told me. And I'm sorry, guys, to get into it like this, but let me tell you what a Jewish person told me. He said, "You Adventists keep the Sabbath. We Jews celebrate it."
Wow,
There's a difference.
Wow. And you know what? I like that because what we say to people is we can't keep the Sabbath. We observe it to get them off the hook. But what God is simply what you just said. God is not asking us to just observe the Sabbath or keep the Sabbath. He's saying to celebrate it. So there's more to do in celebration than not to do.
And then the Seventh-day Adventist Church has been also weaved into our Black culture.
That's right.
And so when we had two people, and this is what I teach in my grief counseling, shameless plug, is that you don't have to go to a funeral. You know, a lot of people like, "Oh, you didn't go to Pat's funeral. That's foul." First of all, Pat doesn't know you're there. That's the doctrine. Patrick doesn't know that you are there.
Gary, another traumatic thing
exactly.
that we do.
So, and whether you go to Patrick's funeral or not, Patrick's going to show up in your dreams, in your bedroom, in your car, when you pass the queues, whatever. Patrick will always be there. So what was liberating to me, you talk about your Quiznos, or 2 years ago when Mama died, I didn't show up.
Right.
And I didn't give 2 pints about it.
Right.
So when somebody says, "Man, I gotta go," or whatever, I said, "No, you don't. You need to find a way to deal with your grief." But Adventism, they like to march us down. They like to give the super send off. And
we
what
like
happens?
Can you just change it to "we" because you're still Adventist?
Yeah, change that to "we," my brother.
You don't know. You don't know what.
No, no. I know.
Don't start. Go ahead, Joe. Jay, I'm teasing.
No. We like to march.
Yep.
We like to do a lot of pomp and circumstances. And I talked to some people and they said, "Man, I don't feel like going to the funeral." And I said, "The people on the front row don't feel like going to the funeral either, but because it's their family members, they have to be there."
Right.
That's what Dorian just said. Yeah. And Pat, I just want you to know, I'm going to use that word "celebrate," but I celebrate what you're about to talk about tomorrow. But what I like about somebody, and I've called you, I've called you for this past week, and I said I like some of the things that I'm watching. I'm sorry, Pat. I like some of the things that I'm sorry, Pat. I like some of the things that you're doing. I'm seeing that it's different, so and so, whatever. But my thing is to watch something and to understand and leave with some building blocks.
Right.
Is what I think is important. I would never want you, Gary, or you, Patrick, to be an influencer when all you're saying is something that people would like to hear. Do you understand where I'm coming from? It's got to be something that changes your trajectory. And if it doesn't change your trajectory, there's I don't want to hear it. You see where I'm coming from? So when it comes to Adventism, one of the things that I wrote down this morning, I was talking to somebody I wrote down this morning that I was talking to Wendy this morning about this. We were talking about Jackie Hill Perry. And we were talking about Jackie Hill Perry. Remember, she used to stand on this mindset of the fact that homosexual. And so I made the comment that, she kind of doubled back on that now, that it's not about homosexual thing like that, but God loves us and so, whatever. So Wendy says to me, why couldn't she evolve? Gary and Pat, I need you to hear this. Why couldn't she evolve? And I said, wow. God is calling each one of us to evolve because sanctification is a work of a lifetime.
Man,
so
go ahead.
If sanctification is a work of a lifetime, all those who have something against the church is saying that now I have no reason to grow. Are you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
I have no reason to evolve. I have no reason to think differently. And so since salvation, since sanctification is a work of a lifetime, God is allowing us to evolve and understanding and to understand him better. And I think the reason why people are throwing so much stones at the church is because you expected an answer and you're not ready to evolve.
Here's the question. Here's the thing. The church is not meant to give answers. See, this is what we've lost. Now, I want to go back to what Gary said. Gary, you with me? Gary made a statement just now when he said the mixture between the celebration and the black and
black culture
and black culture. You got to remember this, that what we pick up in church and black culture, the turn came about when the white church and the European church are now trying to teach us how to be a better community. Just hear me out for a second, right? You still want to talk about trauma.
You starting crap, Pat.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, the black church from Africa, even to slavery, was never about putting down the next man, was never about teaching them doctrines. It was always about fellowship and lifting up the next man. We moved from that. Listen, so in other words, let's go back to the Sabbath keeping. If Sabbath keeping was about celebrating, we have never celebrated our birthday waiting for it to end.
Right.
Come on, guys, think about it. We've always celebrated something, and we keep living in the moment of that day.
Like this weekend.
Exactly.
Like a holiday.
Right. Holiday week. So immediately we're like, oh, it's Martin Luther King weekend. What are we going to do on this great day? So instead of us looking at the time, it says 4:26 right now, Sabbath is going to be 5:07. Instead of it looking at it as, okay, we got to stop talking now, or we got to change everything. Now it becomes a joy that we want to be on talking until it comes in, because we're so grateful and we're so happy. And do you understand the mindset?
If pastoring, I'm talking about, Pat, you're a pastor, I'm a pastor. Let's take, for instance, Gary being a layman, and I'm going to say a glorified layman. If Gary comes to his family and he says to his family, hey, Sabbath is on, it's coming up. How do we celebrate this as the sun goes down? I guarantee it'll be a different mindset than how we were brought up. Sabbath is coming on. You need to stop this. You need to stop that. So and so, whatever. And then there's nothing to do. So, Pat, that statement alone helps us to.
Go ahead. The reason why I wanted to hit you with this is because we're just talking about Sabbath. That's explosive on its own. Do you remember as children? You guys can remember we all used to sit with mom and dad in the pews, and communion used to come on, right? Mm-hmm. It's traumatic when we look up at the front, and what we see is bread and wine that's there that looks like a casket. Come on,
it looks like a dead person covered.
Exactly. And let me tell you how the brain works. Then the preacher is talking about that we're doing this sacrament right here because all needs to be saved, right? All needs salvation. And then as a 11-year-old and a 12-year-old that's not been baptized yet, when it passes your plate, we say you can't eat it.
Right.
So then what you have already told us as a young child is we can't take part in this and be saved. Are you understanding what I'm saying? It's traumatic for us. That's the reason why we sit back now and we say to ourselves, well, I don't want to go back to church anymore. I agree. And I could see why. I think that if we can all deal with the trauma of us being Adventists, then we'll understand that it's bigger than Adventism, right? It's all about relationship.
It's always how you are taught.
That's right.
Because again, a Restoration Praise Center, I was there for 12 years. I'm coming down to my last 5 years, and I realized that my children are asking me questions, because I talked to Kurt, our cousin, about this the other day. Now, Pat, I don't want to start any trouble, and Gary, I don't want to start any trouble. And this is not about theology, but this is about how we were taught. Remember, again, a lot of us as Black Americans and Caribbeans were taught by white folks of how we're supposed to be doing this thing. I was traumatized when I moved here to the Mecca of Adventism and found out that half these guys from North American Division go to the movies. And I was just like, what? I found out that these guys go to the movies. I want you to understand. And then I find out that a lot of these pastors' wives, this is not this. I'm talking about Caucasian pastors' wives. They wear jewelry, and now when it creeps into our church, you want me to be like, oh, what you talking about? Because now you're wise up to certain things. We were taught by them: no jewelry, no this, no that, no the other. But then when you come off the plantation and realize that salvation is past master's house. You understand where I'm coming from? Yeah. Then you could begin thinking for yourself. So what I was talking to Kurt about was the very fact that when my kids were growing up, when they reached a certain age, communion is not something that you can take because you made a decision. Communion is also something that you could take to foreshadow a decision that you need to make.
Sure.
You see where I'm coming from?
Sure.
And the ordinance of humility, you're telling me I can't wash each other's feet because I'm not baptized, but God is asking us to wash each other's feet so that you could be, this is a relationship between me and you. So these rules has disconnected us from the ruler. And now, ultimately, takes us away from the mindset of the church. So Pat, tomorrow.
I don't mean to jump into it like this. Terry Parks, he's a he's a therapist. He says trauma means injury. Can I just stop here for a second?
He's also he's going to be my new brother-in-law. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Trauma means injury. Gary, you with me? Anybody? Pee Wee maybe still listening. Everybody trauma means injury to the mind, body. See, anytime, especially those of us from the city, when we see the word trauma, we think of the emergency room. Right, because you always see the sign. This is the trauma entry, or this is the place like Kings County Hospital, St. John's Hospital, all these hospitals that we think about, Downstate Medical Center. You see all this trauma that's on the outside, but this is what Terry says: it's injury to the mind, body, and the spirit. It's not that the trauma happens; it's that it happens over and over.
That's what trauma does.
It repeats itself. Gary, is that what you're saying?
Yep. Yep. So
I got you.
So when you wake, sometimes we joke around, and when you wake up and you say, and this may not be a fair analogy, but this is what comes up is like, I remember Mom every Sabbath morning said, your dad is going to die on a Sabbath morning.
Come on,
I remember that. I remember that.
Oh my goodness.
So at 53, that sticks on my head on Sabbath morning because
Sabbath becomes frightful.
Because it wasn't frightful. Well, that's how you interpret it. It's just like, 9 o'clock, Dad is in the car.
That's right.
Yes.
At 9.
Yes.
And even though nobody has ever got punished for that, it was the demeanor of being at church for Sabbath school and the whole structure. So like when I went to Andrews, I had an option to go to church at 8 a.m. or to go to church at 11 or at 12.
Right.
In the black churches, 9, 11, 4:30 AY basketball game at 12 in the evening.
Right.
That was our Sabbath. That was our Sabbath.
And you know why I like what you said, Gary, because the reason why Mom made the statement that, boy, your dad going to die on a Sabbath, it wasn't that she felt he was going to die on a Sabbath. It's because we were never ready to leave when he was leaving, and we were causing him stress.
But for some reason, we still ended up there on time.
No. Yeah,
but remember, it's also Mom pushing. It's also, but it's funny now. If you look at it, Mom back then is pushing Dad's agenda.
Yeah.
Right. 100% pushing. But if you look at our house now, or our parents' house now, it's Dad is not as super conservative as he used to be.
But I don't think he was. Go ahead, G.
He's done his job.
Okay, hold on. And thank you for saying that, Gary. Go ahead, Gary. I'm sorry.
His job. So even I give you a snippet of my when we drive to camp meeting. Now we never went to camp meeting when we were earlier, right?
Right.
So are we going up to Taconic? And every year we drive up to Taconic, and I'm a little closer now because I live in the Bronx to Hyde Park, right? And Nilsa says this every day. Said, man, my dad and brother so and so will be up at camp, at 7 a.m.
in the morning.
In the morning. And she says that every year, right? That's like 23 years.
Right.
When we started going to camp, there was a section of time we started going to camp meeting maybe for
was about 14, was 14, 15 years old.
A little bit
teenagers. Like 6 or 7 years where we met Uncle Calvin and we had our spot.
Right. There was a spot at camp.
Right. So, that was our spot, and now things about to change where they're building a new pavilion and there's a whole new generation.
Yeah.
That's going on. So when we raise our kids, there is some, you got to see what's traumatic. Even though what's going on at Oakwood, the fact that the Oakwood University Church is shut down because of COVID. 30 years from now, that's all Zenobia and Tony is going to remember. And they don't know if their life has been interrupted or not because now COVID has been normalized.
That's normalized for them.
For them.
That's right. You're right, Gary.
Right.
And let me also say this: church is going to be normalized for them too, whereas there's no such thing of the building or what happens in the building.
A lot of things is that with COVID, Pat, because what's going to happen with COVID is going to be like the flu. It has now been. They are trying to normalize it. You're going to take a pill like Sudafed or what have you. Church has no walls.
Right.
Avia has worked for 10 years. And what is happening to this society, and this is kind of like what the society has been traumatized, is that you have to travel and go to an office to get your work done.
Right.
What's happening in this country, along with the traumatism and Adventism and traumatism in our lives, is that they want us to keep the schools open so we can send people to work.
Right.
And if you send people to work, the super rich will get their money. We're messing up everybody's game.
That's right.
Wait a minute a second. I could go on Upwork or Fiverr and I could use my neat handwriting to write thank you notes and I could make $35,000 a year.
That's right.
And I was working for this guy scooping ice cream for less.
Come on, Pat. Ping, Pat, ping. Come on, Pat.
You got me on ping. You're right. You're right.
Come on, man. There you go.
So all of this, everything is going to shift. Actually, I'm not a theologian. It's like before Jesus come, this shift has to happen.
Yeah, Gary. Oh my gosh, I needed to cut you off at this point because I really do believe that the pandemic is a part of the shaking.
Pat.
Is a part of shaking.
Jesus tells Peter, right? I'm gonna. You can say what Jesus told Peter, "Lovest thou me?" Okay, lovest thou me? Lovest thou me? 3 times he asked him. Then he says to him, "Feed my sheep." But he also says to him, "I'm praying for you." That's before. I'm praying for you that the devil doesn't sift you like wheat.
Sure.
But remember, the devil did sift him. And he was still found wanting. But when you get through this time, you need to strengthen the brethren. And I'm telling you, Pat, this is sifting time.
Yeah.
So that those who are strong enough will strengthen the brethren.
I'm not sure.
There are people who coming out of this not strong.
Sure. I'm not sure how this got to this, but I like what Reggie said. Reggie said most of our parents were strict. And let me just draw the line here. Reggie, I believe, is an African American, so I don't want to hear a drawn line between a Caribbean, African American. I don't want to hear that drawn line. Strict is strict as we came through, because to me, those who were in the South it was just like the
just as strict.
Anyway, that was my commentary on that. But most of our parents were strict. They did what they did to keep us in church. He's right. Some may have gone too far. I used the word too far, but he said far, but they did it for our own soul salvation. I'm thankful for my mom for doing it this way. I'm still here.
Right.
Things change, but we still have to follow some rules in my opinion. So I want to fix this really quick. My whole concept of trauma caused by Adventism is not to put down the church. It's really for us to heal.
Yes, Pat.
Well,
yes, Pat.
Pat, I think you're right about that. And I'm going to bring up something that, we as a church, we talk about evangelism, and then I think we are in our own way traumatizing the saints from bringing in the sheaves.
Of course.
What is this thing that Paul called me a glorified layman? Is like what they say, the harvest is ripe, but the laborers are few.
Yep. Yes.
And so when you see things like what happened in New York City this past week, where 17 people died who are Muslim,
I still can't believe
it. Have 9 of them, and then it's one thing that you see it on TV, and there's another thing when you see it in person. Right.
I can't imagine what you feel going up the same block and seeing that building like that.
So my point is that we should take every effort to put our hand in the hand of a person that needs Jesus. Now I know I'm sounding Brenda Walsh-ish, because she's like that. She's like very universal, what have you. And I think sometimes the local church, ourselves, Gary Graham, Pat Graham, Paul Graham, we miss the opportunity to bring people to love Jesus. You could collect all the bags you want. You understand?
You're correct, Gary.
So you can collect all the bags you want, but nobody don't need bags. People need food.
Gary, you said something I need to come back to you on. You said you didn't mean to sound universal. No, we need to be universal.
Be universal.
Right. Okay.
So
glorified layman, you need to
we
be universal.
Watch your mouth.
And this is why I always tell people. I was at a church in Brooklyn just a couple of weeks ago, Dunamis Church. I was helping them to realize that Ellen White was not a prophet sent to the Adventist church. She was not. And that's why we're so jacked up, Pat. She was a prophet. Prophets are not sent to a certain people. They're sent to the world.
That's right.
And you see where I'm coming from? You have hoarded her. You see where I'm coming from?
Yep.
And so one of the things that I'm waiting for, Pat, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking to just be, and let me tell you something, P. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not looking for, if I can't watch it because I'm doing something, I'm in a museum, I'm doing something or whatever, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna just have that thing and share it and play it, because I really believe that we need an understanding from someone who's not gonna take the legs off of the church.
Well, I watch Pizzo. I watched Gary over the years in counseling, in trauma, not trauma, in counseling. I have a few friends that I follow. I also recognize what he was my pastor. Dave Defoe was my pastor at his church. I recognize that when I went back to school for counseling therapy, for counseling psychology, I saw the church, I saw my life, I saw my marriage, I saw my family. It's almost like you put on new glasses and everything changes. Gotcha. Am I right, Gary? You understand what I'm saying? It's one thing to say, okay, I'm in counseling therapy or whatever, or I'm counseling psychology. When you actually pick up some of these books and you start reading some of these books and you start recognizing that everyone in the seat in front of you as a pastor needs therapy. And here I am on the pulpit, G-man. I'm on the pulpit and I'm telling them if they don't make a decision, they're going to be lost.
And you can't even make a decision whether you want to do your laundry on Tuesday or Friday.
That's right. I'm hurting. I'm using the pulpit to hurt people. That doesn't make sense.
Or Pat, think about it. Every day you get up, I'm talking to a pastor. I'm talking to a director of a conference. Every day you get up, you strive to do whether you're going to do right or wrong. Every day you gotta struggle whether you're gonna do right or wrong. And here it is. Could you imagine someone over your bed telling you do this,
Paul? But that's
and you're done.
Listen, we're gonna move on from here. I gotta, Gary, Paul. That again is trauma. Sorry, guys, I don't do that anymore, Paul. I don't wake up every morning praying because I'm using a prayer as a rabbit's foot to make it through my day. I don't do that anymore. Everything has changed for me now. Right? To me, I can't do any. Oh boy, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I can't do anything wrong that's gonna keep me out of the kingdom. I've already made the decision that I'm gonna be there. The only way that I'm not gonna make it into the kingdom is if I choose not to make it into the kingdom
by rejecting him as your personal savior.
I don't even want to do by, because if we say if we use the word by, then we start to make excuses. Then we
understand, Pat.
When we start to fit the puzzle.
I've heard you say this time after time, and I'm hope you're going to say it tomorrow. Write it down if you have to. It's easier to be saved than lost.
Sure.
Right? We believe that. But I also want you to understand that I had a talk with Dad the other day. He says to me, yo, I think we're making this thing too difficult.
Yeah, we are.
All right. According to the word, right? According to the word, it simply says that a person is saved by accepting Christ as your personal savior. That's the rule of thumb right there. Now, as we break down, so after you accept him, what do? Yo, let me tell you something. When we talk about, and I was teaching this one day, that one of the reasons, what happens when you relapse, you have cancer, and then it goes in remission, right? That's what it goes in remission. I need you to understand, Pat and G, that remission doesn't mean the cancer is gone.
Well,
wait, hold on. They cannot see the effects of it. And if I'm wrong, look at it in what the word of God is saying. The Bible is saying we are baptized for the remission of our sins, because that thing can creep up on us at any time. God recognizes that the reason why we're accepting him is because we know who we are, because we're messed up. That's right. Instead of we're teaching people that once you give your life to Christ, you can't even get into that pool unless your earrings are off, or unless we got this list, a laundry list that you got to go through. When all Christ asked that lady with the stones, to all the lady he asked him was, yo, listen, where are your accusers? And what we end up doing to people is we end up being their accusers when we ask them all these questions before they get into the baptismal pool.
You're right. You're right. And so here it is, guys. Didn't mean to take it this far out of here. I don't have a fear of living anymore, because I know that my next destination off of this comma is to the kingdom of God. That's it. And so I no longer live by the trauma of hellfire. That's another trauma that we live by. I don't live by that trauma of hellfire. I don't live by that. I'm not saying it's not real, but I'm not. Y'all gonna make me burn my food.
First of all, I want to let you know Erica was on. She was popping on, but she couldn't concentrate. She had to run back to the food.
No, it's okay, guys. Come on. Let's move from here. Gary,
let's get out.
This is you. Sit up. This is you. And you know why?
Sit up, Gary.
You know what? Sit up. The reason why I'm telling him sit up. If y'all only know this piece. What he said, look alive, Fife. Look alive,
Fife.
Look alive, Fife. Only people that saw the documentary understand what that's all about. Look alive, Fife. All right, Gary, I need you right here. The Voting Rights Act. What happened? What's going on?
Yeah, man, this is going to be a disappointment. A soft move. They're not going to pass that at all. It's going to go to the states.
Mm-hmm.
To make the decisions.
There are too many senators that are afraid that if they go through, there won't be enough to pass 60 votes between both Democrats and Republicans. The two Democrats are not going to carve out a filibuster, right, so it could go along party lines. So this is dead in the water. So it'll go to the states.
Explain filibuster. Some people always hear the word. You don't really understand what that word filibuster
so I'm gonna basically, in order to get anything passed, you have to have 60 votes.
Right.
So since the Senate is split 50-50, basically, in order since you know you're not going to get the 60 votes, you get a filibuster to go along party lines. So if it's tied 50-50, then the 51st vote goes to Kamala Harris, right, and it will pass.
Right.
But Sinema and Joe Manchin does not want to do that. So you have to vote for the filibuster, mm-hmm, and that's not going to happen. So mm-hmm, this Voting Rights Act is basically to embarrass people,
yes,
say that they didn't want a Voting Rights Act. So one of the things in the Voting Rights Act is that they want to make election days a holiday, so everybody get a chance to vote.
Yeah, so those working at McDonald's won't be able to make it down there And
no, they want people to make it down
I
there.
understand that. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Right.
saying the opposite of that.
Right. So they have like basic things that, like if you go to one state, you get 21 days of early voting. Another state is 10 days. They want to make it like voting universal and universal access. They want drop boxes. They want you to mail.
Right.
And this is what Republicans were doing years ago, but now when poor brown and black people has caught up with the game, they want to
put barriers.
They want to put barriers. Okay. We're gonna move on. So here we go.
Next one.
And so here we go. I need to ask you about that new kid from the Grizzlies. Hit me with it.
Who, John Morant?
Yeah.
So this league is
come on, Fife.
Is run by LeBron James and Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and the Greek Freak. So this time for a new superstar has been born. John Morant. Don't care, putting up blocking shots with two hands. So
here go your boy Jimmy Gibson. Say J.A. guy has bounce, baby.
Yeah. You better catch him in his young days because this is the new guy. So John Morant, Grizzlies.
Okay. Here, I need you to hit me off now with Dallas Cowboys. Come on, Gary. I'm seeing it all over the internet. What's the dealie?
Dallas Cowboys is supposed to be America's team, but they won the NFC East. That's with the Giants. That's with the old Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. So a lot of people's hyped up that day in the playoffs. So I'm gonna give you the real.
Okay, go ahead, give it to me.
They got a great team, but their coach sucks. McCarthy sucks.
Okay.
They can play, but now that you're in the playoffs, you're playing like real teams.
Gotcha.
So they play the 49ers tomorrow. So like this is it's about to get real. So.
Okay, I got another one for you really quick. I heard something about the Bronx Fires. Killed 17 people. Sorry about that, Gary. I know the Bronx is your home now, or whatever the case may be. Talk to me about those doors.
Yeah, so when I was in a hospital, and you guys know they have these doors, and I didn't know this, it automatically closes when it fires. So have we ever gone to somebody's apartment building and you notice like when you open their door, it automatically closes? It's not like the door you have or I have here. So those doors are designed so if there's a fire, that it closes automatically, and it's supposed to stop the smoke from going on.
Right.
So what happened when the fire started in this apartment, the people ran out and didn't close the door. But the doors are supposed to close by itself. And this what engulfed everybody. Consequently, the people who started the fire, they escaped. Everybody else got left behind. So if you come to the New York City and you sometimes see these high-rise buildings and you see like one apartment burnt out because the door was closed
because it
contains the fire. Correct.
But just let me share with you also. Wait, let me give it to you. That hotels also have that.
Right.
So if there's a fire in one room, all these doors, you notice you can't keep hotel doors open.
Right. They're automatically
shut down. And those of you who live in private houses, that mudroom door from the garage, notice that closes by itself too.
Right.
All of those close by itself so that it can separate from that point. Okay, so we got all of us have a mutual friend. His name is Paul Anderson. What's the deal? Come on, help
he should be up in here. So let me tell you, Paul Anderson is God's gift to this earth. So he retired. I have no problem saying this. So we all been married for 21 years, and I had my bump in my and he's been very confidential. So I'll let it say. I went to Paul Anderson, and he helped me get through what is more than my rough patch.
I think he's a pastor's pastor, guys. If it's that's right, very confidential. That anyone could go to can talk.
Paul Anderson will never get the respect that is due to him.
No, Gary. No. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm from the outside looking in.
Okay, cool. I got you.
Understand? So a lot of people says a lot of good things about him. This guy should be on every magazine cover.
True.
He should be.
I agree, Gary.
The way the church lauds after people, and I've always had an issue with this. Is what it is, whatever. Paul Anderson has probably. I'm trying to find a sports figure or somebody that really is I got it. Paul Anderson is like the Hank Aaron.
I was going to say that
of Seventh-day Adventism, not Black Seventh-day Adventism, Seventh-day Adventism. Because people will name Willie Mays and people will name all kinds of, but Hank Aaron, right, has all these records stacked, and people do not know, and how much he's contributed to baseball. And even in his death, you still don't know how long Hank Aaron is. And so Paul Anderson is the Hank Aaron of Adventism. Period. End of story.
So what do you know? I listened to his thing. I think it was about maybe 4 minutes long. He's now doing something with
consulting
with coaching. He's now going to be doing something as far as coaching is concerned. I believe it's he and his wife that's about to do something.
Well, he should, because because I'm sure what he did with me, right? He was unable. He didn't monetize it.
Right.
So he put years on my marriage, and I could say this. He said I did something nice for him. He said to me, I've never preached at Ephesus before, but I had the authority to invite him, and he was my first speaker for
Men's Day.
Veterans Day.
Oh yeah, Veterans.
He was my first Veterans Day speaker.
I remember when he spoke there. Did a great job.
And he said to me, "Thank you for what you have done. I've always wanted to speak at Ephesus, and you made that happen." But here it is. Now we're a little bit wiser, or what have you. I pray to God that his consulting and his coaching comes to life, because it is worth every penny.
Yeah,
it will be worth every penny.
I hear he's all that.
Yes,
you know, one thing that I do recognize about him, first of all, he's like a big brother to me in ministry. For the 13 years that I've been, what's the name, has been like a father to me, Johnson. He's been like a big brother to me. And I have no problem saying this, that if I'm going through something, I have no problem calling him and having a conversation with him, straightforward conversation.
And your business is not in the streets.
My business will not be in the street. Okay. Now I can't say that for everyone. The reason why I can't say everyone, but I can only speak for myself, that if I'm going through anything, if I'm dealing with anything, I know, first of all, I don't ever mind his wife knowing anything, because I think that she would keep my stuff too, but he will keep his advice is key. Wendy told me that if anything should happen to her, he must eulogize her. All right.
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep right there. That's deep right there. Hey, we only got a couple minutes. It's going to end. Thanks, Gary, for that. I wanted to know about that. Now, there's a whole bunch of installations going on. I wish everybody had the opportunity of watching ORC last week when they had Jews on. They had drama on.
Excellent.
It was excellent. I remember people coming to me and asking me questions about about the moves in Northeast, and how there was almost 70 different moves in Northeast, and what does it mean? They threw that question out at Jules, as President Jules, and he handled it. Installations, Gary, come on, give me 20 seconds on installations. Go.
Everybody's going to the place they need to go to. My prayer. And I'm going to say the same thing for installations, the same thing I see for all these Daniel diets, and the same thing I see for all these 12 days and 10 days of prayers.
Keep
that same energy.
Keep it hot. Keep it hot.
Keep it all hot.
Keep it hot.
Let me add to this. Whatever you do in leadership, whether it's installation, and I say for Paul Anderson, who has a lot of connections or what have you, do not be afraid to turn over anything you have to, because here in New York City, a lot of people's going at Eric Adams for naming his brother.
I heard he pulled him, bro. I heard he pulled him.
I don't know if he pulled him. I don't know how
he was. But he was the what, Gary? What was he?
He was the assistant commissioner.
Right.
But hit us. He's a retired cop, right? Now, if I was the mayor, who would you have run your security detail?
Your
brother.
That's right.
That's what he did.
And Jay, I think we had this conversation this week when people are complaining about that, and you were telling me that Kennedy.
Yeah, Kennedy's brother was the attorney general.
That's right.
That's right.
Not to mention Donald Trump's daughter and son-in-law
and
who run in the White House.
That's
and
right.
Then, I do not care. I want either Kevin Prentice or Patrick or Paul Graham to run my security detail.
You're right. You're right,
So
Chief.
that's just stop.
Well, hold on. Remember,
wait.
That's not it.
This is it.
That's it.
I don't care, Gary. I don't care. This is it.
That's it.
Go ahead, Paul. You were saying. I'm gonna tell.
Well, remember
Gary
now, Obama's wife's brother ran his detail also.
No. Obama's wife's brother was the coach for Oregon State.
No. He did something in his cabinet.
No, he did something in his cabinet, bro.
No, Obama's wife's brother is Craig, and Craig is a athletic coach.
So who's the black dude? Who's the black bald head dude that was with him?
She just made friends with him because he was in charge of her security, and they got cool.
Oh,
right.
Come on.
Looks like a brother. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was her brother. I always thought it was her brother.
Yo, Pat, hit that bell because Gary's always right. Hit that bell.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Not a problem. Guys, we have 7 minutes till sunset. What's your what are you chomping on? Let me see what your snacks are. Come on, what's your snacks?
I had fruits today.
Oh, that's good, G. That's good.
I'm proud of you, Gary.
That's good.
Fruits. I'm looking for a doctor now in the New York City area.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to align. So I had no insurance. I have no problem saying. So now that I have my own business, I buy my own insurance.
Oh wow!
Right. And so now that I have bought my own insurance,
you can use my social security number.
Nah, that's all right.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I don't need colonoscopies to get mixed up. So right now, because I used to be a healthcare executive, I'm going to all my black brothers and ask them, who do you recommend your doctor's office? I'm not afraid to go to the doctor's office, and I'm not afraid what anybody has to say to me. But I know, like when I go to the hospital and they ask me what I do, I said, "Oh yeah, I'm a consultant for JACO." Oh, I'm a consultant. That's what I tell them.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because
yeah.
That's the other one. Yes. That's the one Jimmy sent.
Yeah, Jimmy just sent this one.
That's the other one.
Yeah, but I'm looking for the one that's 66, where they
somebody has it. Ask somebody to send it through the TikTok. They got it.
Yeah, somebody sent it TikTok.
You wanna G with the big boys?
All right.
So you got that one. When the other one comes in, if it comes in 7 minutes, I'll tell you.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I think I got it, G. But okay, I'll wait on you. Which one you said? TikTok?
Yeah.
All right, come on, I need to know. Oh yeah, so that's what you're doing as far as your health is concerned.
So I got that. So all this year, I'm gonna find a doctor that I can partner with, that I don't have to go into his office and he talk to me for 5 minutes or what have you.
Right.
Higher nutrition and stuff like that. So once you change your diet, things have changed. Things will change.
What did you plan on changing with your diet?
Yeah, man. So I stopped eating. I'm slowing down, so I start eating meat. I drink a lot more water.
Okay.
A lot more leafy green.
This is it, Gary.
Look.
I'm telling you, you're missing it. This is it.
It's not it. Talk for 5 minutes. I'm gonna send it to you,
Gary. This is it. I'm actually watching it right here. Look, G.
That's not it.
This is it. Oh my goodness, Gary. This is
somebody in there sent Patrick the right one. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It sounds like it.
All of them are the same, no matter how you flip it.
That's not it. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
Because I just had it the other day. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you right now. Don't you worry about it. I'm gonna send it. You be like, "Oh, you're right, G. You're gonna understand."
Okay, all right. I'm telling you, I got the bomb one.
You got that one right.
That one is right. Jimmy sent that one.
I get it real quick.
Pizzo,
here it is. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
That's it.
No, it's not. Play it now.
Gary, that's it. I'm trying to tell you, I'm playing the same thing you're talking
It's
about.
different.
It's the same thing.
Send the one that I just sent you. Play the one that I just sent you.
All right, watch. Listen.
Pat, listen to me.
Leanne is saying that's it.
I just sent it to you Instagram.
All right, okay. Instagram. Don't send me nothing on Instagram.
I just sent it to your Instagram.
Okay, you send me Instagram.
I'm playing. Listen to the difference.
Okay. My brother, it's the same thing.
It's the same song, Gary. It's the same song.
See?
All right, pause. We don't got a lot of time. Just pause. Zovi, is that the song? Zenobia?
That's the song you were playing in your room.
In my room, right?
Yeah.
That's it. So
same song. It's slowed down just a little bit.
See, Leanne said it. I got the right one, Pat. See, they have different versions. The one that they play on TikTok, they played over and over because it's a snippet from a song. Play it now.
And I'm playing you the song, G. Listen.
Oh, Harold saying it's different.
That's it.
Is that not what you were playing before, Pat?
No.
Yes. So hold on. I'm gonna stop yours now.
Zovi said it. See?
It's different.
All right, let me play this one.
Okay. All right, Zovi. We just want to say bye-bye and celebrate the Sabbath.
Okay.
Bye, baby girl.
Bye, Dad.
Okay, Gary. Right. Gary and Pat, you ready? Who's this?
No. Oh! Well, he needs to have his own show, Pat.
Of course he needs to have his own show. So
let's do it right here.
Gary,
let's invite him for a weekend for his own show.
Gary, hold on one second. Gary, they said you got it. They said you got the right one.
I hate to say this because I have to admit I have to get rid of my TikTok fetish.
No, you don't have a TikTok fetish.
I have a problem.
Colossal waste of time. And I'm telling you, God is gonna hold me in trauma responsible for it.
That's why we have Paul here.
So what we want to know is how can we sign up with your firm so that we could get some coaching for us watching TikTok and Gary watching porn. How do we work that out?
See, Pat, See, I'm about to expose you.
No, don't do that, Gary. Don't do that.
I'm about to expose you.
Don't
what
do
you
that.
really like. I'm gonna tell people what you really like.
Somebody just said the boss is on. Somebody just said the boss is on. And Erica Clifton said, is this thing? Well, let's go into the question first because we don't want to keep you long. We know that we can have a show alone with you alone.
Yeah, we can.
Alone. But you were part of our rapid fire. And part of
actually, people don't know. Some people in our don't know. The person we was talking about, Paul Anderson, Pastor Paul Anderson. This is him. All right, here we go.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
So one of the reasons why we wanted to bring on
hey guys, how you doing, everybody?
Hey, fella, okay, let me stop because he doesn't work for the church anymore, so we can say what we want to say. No, I'm just kidding.
I got 2 more weeks.
well, we broke the first rule because we don't like putting better looking people than us on our show,
and we don't put fair skin guys on our show.
And then we could say this: Paul is a bona fide zaddy. So y'all know what a zaddy? He's laughing, but you know the zaddy is that's a super sugar daddy. We can tease him now. All right, Paul, how you doing, man?
How you doing, dog?
Good. I'm good.
Thank you guys. Hold on. Time out. He's my my therapist and counselor and big brother. I don't even call him Paul. All right,
Paul, what you call him? I mean, Pizzo, what you call him? Chaplain, let me ask you a question. How did you make this move? This is what I need to know. How did you? Because I watched your announcement. How did you make this move from? How did you get off the matrix?
Good answer. Good question.
Prayerfully, fasting, and because it's hard to take a leap of faith away from a paycheck that makes your wife happy with lifestyle and stuff. But, all of us have become accustomed to the whispers of God. and I'd rather hear the whispers than the roar.
Woo!
And, I had been avoiding the whisper.
Hold on.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
The whispers of God instead of the roar. Wow.
Hold on, wait. In the chat room, if you just hit us up, he just said it.
You know what he just said.
Come on, everybody.
Come on, everybody.
Get the chat. Is there one?
Is there one? That's a word. It is a word, Shay. That's a word.
It's a word.
Is there
Thank
one?
you, brother.
Is there one? Is there one?
I'm getting hot again. Let me.
Somebody said I need to tweet that. Is there one? All right. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
We didn't warn you at the time.
You can't drop gems like that and just leave.
Right.
You can't do that.
All right, go ahead. Sorry, we're sorry.
We're sorry. Go ahead.
So anyway, I'd been ignoring the whisper, trying to do the call, and the whisper became louder and almost somatic. If you don't do what God's telling you to do, you start feeling that in your brain and your mind, your body starts acting around. So God woke me up one morning and said, do it now. And I did. And to be honest and fair, like I said in the announcement, I'm not angry with anybody. There's no malice.
Right.
There's no scandal.
Right.
I'm not being pushed out, or I'm not running away from anything. I'm running to destiny. And so this paulandersoncoaching.com that was the website address. The actual initiative name is PACT, Paul Anderson Coaching and Training. And it's the outgrowth of stuff that God's prepared me to do over the course of my pastoral career and chaplaincy career and executive leadership career. So now, I've been building generativity, making money and trying to set up a life and lifestyle for the family. But I'm not ashamed to say I'll be 65 this year. And it's now time to move from generativity to legacy. It's time to share the legacy.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, my brother. Sorry again.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. And what did you say was Paul Anderson? What's the website?
paulandersoncoaching.com.
Coaching.com.
Let me share this with you guys, that and I said it before. I know you weren't able to be on at this time, but when I go through something, I call you. When I deal, and when I'm dealing with something, I can call you. And I'm going to say this without putting myself out there too much. It could be anything. I could call you about thing, and you're not even going to look at me like, what? It's always like, okay, what's, what are you doing now? How do you feel about this? How does that impact your family? So this, that, and the other. And it's always a joy, because I don't ever feel, and I'm going to be straight with you, being I'm not a director, being in the conference office at this time, all this responsibility, you need someone to bounce stuff off of to even keep your job. You know what I'm saying? And so, you have always been that for me for years now. And for you to move into that, into the next phase of life like that, I think you're going to be absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. I can't wait to see what happens. I cannot. Somebody asked a question earlier. I think it was Erica from Dallas, or I don't know
if it was both. I think it was Owen also that asked, is it going to be both of you? I think you kind of left it up in the air. If I listened correctly, I think you left it up in the air that your wife may be joining you in the coaching firm. I'm not sure.
Well, let's pray to that end. Honestly, it is a we thing. But she's got to get over the fact that my A-list preferred status is probably going to go away, and her companion flight status might go away. And so all the stuff that the other job afforded us, some special things, there's some grief about that loss.
Gotcha.
But
and
in
I
due season, and as God blesses the growth and demonstrates that I am on the right path. And that's leadership, right? Sometimes you got to go out ahead of the family to prepare the way. And when she's comfortable there, we'll see her too.
I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Is Paul Anderson consulting or Paul Anderson coaching? It's coaching. Okay, it's coaching.
Okay. I'm sorry, Pat. Okay. One of the things that I do realize is that you guys are a dynamic duo. I've seen, I've heard you guys do marriage seminars, things of that nature. I would love to see you guys do your own online. You know what I mean? You know, online or what have you. But she's definitely an asset to my wife. She's definitely an asset to other women. She's definitely an asset to the conference filled with men. You know what I'm talking about. She holds her own. But I will admit this and say that to sit on a chair and speak to you, or be online and speaking to you, and for you to go into even conferences and speak to pastors about what their next step should be, what coaching should be for them, what training should be for them. I am waiting to see some great stuff, absolutely great stuff. And I don't know how to say this to someone who's like a big brother, but I'm proud.
Yeah,
you know,
when I saw that, I felt empowered. We want you to join with us again. I think we need to start talking about coaching. We need to start talking about who we trust, especially preachers. Those of us. The reason why half of us don't go to therapy is because we don't trust anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to say this, that we both had an opportunity of being at Oakwood. That was and I call it my come out year, where I've discussed anxiety and depression. And right after we left each other at that symposium is when I went back to school for my degree in it. So I wanted to thank you. You were on the front row cheering me on at Oakwood when I first came out talking about it. And I appreciate that. My brothers always talk about you when we discuss our family issues amongst the three of us, and the trust that they have in you. And if they have that kind of trust in you, I also would like that open door. And I'm sure there's others that would appreciate, not minding having to give you that $200 a session.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Is that what you're getting?
Oh, on from the right foot.
Is that what you're getting? Yeah, man.
Man, I just, first of all, I'm glad that you're going to come back, but I just need to say that I've had 3 years of successful therapy, and everything is not therapy. Everybody has a coach.
Yeah.
And what we do not have in the Black community is you find out things after people has died. You find out how Denzel Washington mentored Chadwick Boseman. And if you watch a lot of these NBA players, you hear things like how Kevin Garnett was going up against Glenn Big Dog Robinson, regular player, Charles Barkley, these strong men who will pull you to the side, or Zach Randolph, all these big men.
Mm-hmm.
And our society does not celebrate a man's man. So I'm going to tell every man in this group, there are great men out there. There's Gary Graham. There's
Patrick Graham,
Paul Graham. There's there's Edmonds, who does his men's ministry. There's
sure
everybody else. But we have to tell the story of the Paul Andersons, the Jesse Wilsons, the David Knights, Dean Knights, who has grown with us. And I'm praying, and I have everything that I have no problem referring to people. It's money well spent.
Mm-hmm. Money well spent.
Well spent.
Yeah, can we call it investment in character?
Yes, Pat. Yes, Pat.
No, the reason why I say that is because
he should be the first. When I mean that he's the Hank Aaron of Adventism, people go to a lot of our Black players. Harold Reynolds, who was on ESPN, got fired from ESPN wrongly, but they don't talk about the conversation. So I'm sure I would love if Paul, and I say because I know Deborah's a writer, when he writes the book and when he tells the book and the stories, you know, this is a legacy changing thing, not only for him, but for a generation. And I mean
absolutely.
that. Legacy. I mean that.
Legacy.
And I mean that.
Absolutely.
So I'm in to do anything that I can to help. And I'm rooting for you, man. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, listen, Doc. I know the Pat. You got to go at 5:30. We got to run at 5:30, what have you. But I definitely do not want us to leave without having a prayer over your new step, your new life, and I would love to.
I was flipping it. I was having him pray.
But you don't understand. You see, if he prays, you're not going to understand his words. You're going to need a thesaurus. You're going to need a thesaurus to understand his words.
Wow.
I was explaining, Doc, that you're on the docket. Wendy made it clear that if anything should happen to her, that you have to do her eulogy. I mean, that's how tight that that you are part of our lives and part of what we do. But I know, Pat, you was going to switch it up for him to pray. But whatever you say, Mr. Producer, is up to you. I'm just glad that he got off his important conference call just to get on, so people can at least see who you are. Who are we talking about? Who's this guy we're talking about? And so it's just a pleasure having you with us, man. 100%.
Yep.
Thank you for shooting me the text to let me know.
You got it.
And please come back, because I know that we can handle a couple of subjects that we would like to leave in your hands. And so many. One thing I love about coaching also, which is different than some therapies, is that you can cross the state line, and which I think is excellent. You'll be able to do that with freedom. I know we're in the Sabbath hours, and now we're going.
It's legit. We're legit.
Yeah, no, we're in the Sabbath hours, and I think what better way to end than for you, Doc, if you would take us out. Is that okay, guys? Take us out with prayer. And please, you are invited at any time, especially when we start hitting some of these subjects that we need to sit back and listen to. If you could join us again.
Right.
Absolutely. Let me know. And if I'm here, and since I won't be on the road as much as I used to be, shouldn't be any problem. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Well, let's pray.
Yep.
Thank you, dear God, for today, for the miracle of technology that lets us via StreamYard touch people all over the place. So, Lord, I pray a special prayer, a Sabbath blessing upon all of the folk who are in this particular venue right now. And I pray a prayer upon their family, especially the wives and the mothers and the sisters and all of the families, because there's a special blessing upon women on the Sabbath time. So I pray, Lord, that you'll bless our families, that you'll give us peace, that you'll give us vision, passion, and enthusiasm. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank